ladies and gentlemen.
Or it could just be a prop.
We're now live on Rollstream with like, you know, real people and stuff.
All right.
Here we are.
Well, best behavior then.
Best behavior, you motherfuckers. Get it straight now.
I don't know what that means.
Don't know what that means. Well, welcome Isaac to tonight's game. It was a very short notice and last minute
Very
thing.
short notice.
But yes, welcome. You don't even have a character right now, so you're going to hang out with us while we roleplay. And if there's a chance or an opportunity for Isaac to come in and do some roleplaying, he may well just do that, I suspect. So welcome. What's your Twitch channel, Isaac? Why don't you give yourself a plug?
What is my Twitch?
Yeah. Give yourself a
Step
plug.
that up in
Isaac H, AYESAAC on Twitch. Where is download for Zoom?
Download for Zoom, right. We're still working through the technical process, as you can see. In the meantime, our dear friendly friends from Vampire Europe, they're in Paraguay, and they're sitting on a mound overlooking a road next to a marshy swamp, next to the Paraguay River, which is basically a smaller version of the Amazon River with piranhas in it. And it's nighttime, clearly, because they're vampires, and that would be very silly not to be keeping the sun in mind. So they're on this lump of earth, wet mud, up on this hill, overlooking this road, and they've seen this truck come around the corner in the distance, across a bridge, far down the road in the distance. Its lights bumping along. It's been raining, so everything's wet, including our player characters. I think they've been in the river as well at this point.
So I have a question for you both.
The truck zooms past you, by the way. That was the last thing that happened.
Once we finish going south, what are we gonna do then?
Do you want to make
That's a very good question.
perception alertness checks while we're here?
All right.
Just because I like making
I'm going to
perception
put myself into Roll20. 1 sec.
Yep. Get
Won't
your
take
ass
long.
and roll 20.
It's okay. Don't worry. Everything is fine.
4 successes.
4 successes. Very nice. Very nice. I like that. What else you got?
4. Crazy.
Crazy. Okay,
Crazy.
so Barry, Barry, what am I doing? I've got to roll your dice.
Yeah, what was that? What was the roll again? Sorry?
Perception alertness. What was the roll again?
Sarah-chan,
It's
perception
the
alertness.
roll that.
It's literally the one roll, yeah.
It is the roll.
All right.
I mean, if you haven't got that set up on your character sheet by now.
Itchy.
Perception.
How are
Funnily
you
enough.
doing, Isaac?
Oh, here we go.
Not too bad. Still trying to figure out where to. I've managed to log back into Zoom.
You got this. I believe
Barry.
in you.
Peter Wicks gains also 4 successes on this perception alertness check as the truck zooms past. Spraying mud up in the air as it does, hitting potholes of mud in the road. Charlie,
To answer your question, Peter, I have no idea. I have absolutely no idea what we're going to do when we get down there. I thought we were going to the airport. We need to find some way to get out of here, and that's the best place we can go. That's what I'm saying, man.
Zara, did you get any successes on that check?
I got 1.
You got 1, okay.
No.
Well, Zara,
No
you
offense,
can
Doc.
see, you can see there's people in the back of the truck as it drives
No
off.
offense taken.
But we need someone who can speak Spanish.
The other 2 of you, as the truck drives past, will notice not only the mud-stained camouflage paint colours. Well, actually, it's not camouflage; it's just green, military green, old jeeps. And in the back of this particular, it's not a jeep, it's a truck. There's about 12 or 15 soldiers armed with what probably are AK-47s or something along those lines. You see somebody with a hat on that looks a bit different to the others because they must be some sort of, superior officer or something. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
From our position, does it look like it's easily approachable, or will stealth and obfuscation be required in order to get into anywhere close to the compound?
Oh, the compound?
Yeah. Or sorry, is that not what you're talking about? Or are you talking about where the actual vehicle stopped?
I was talking the Jeep, and it didn't
Okay.
stop, it just drove past. So this
Oh,
is just
okay.
what you noticed about it as it zoomed past you. That's all I was filling in
Gotcha.
details on. Yes. So
gotcha.
it goes past, and these are the things that you notice. It's gone. It's dark. It's raining. It's wet. It's cold.
I'd say we're gonna have to move in. Peter, we got no other choice. We had no other direction to go. We got no vehicle. And we got to get somewhere before the sun comes up again.
Can we get another perception alertness check, please, from everybody? Just because I like them. Just to annoy these player characters.
It's actually one of my best rolls, so, I'm okay with it.
That's always good. Barry, that is one success for Peter Wicks on
I
this
rolled
one.
it, but oh. No,
No, nothing?
I'm too busy trying to pick out the water out of my eyes.
All right, and what did you say you got there, Arthur?
2.
2. Okay, well, Arthur, you hear and see the lights of another vehicle come over the hill, as does Peter Wicks. Another vehicle has come around the corner into the valley, coming along the road that you are currently hiding above, maybe 50 feet in the mud on the hill. And
So
this
these...
second vehicle is now bumping along towards you, and then you see a third vehicle.
So a bit of a convoy.
Bit of a convoy.
Busy road, huh?
It seems like it's a busy road. I mean, it could be an opportunity for us to even jump in one of those vehicles,
You
maybe.
see, there's a fourth one.
Fourth one.
The first of those vehicles drives past, spraying out mud behind it. You get the whiff of... No, you know what? Perception alertness.
Another perception alertness. All right.
Absolutely torturous.
Torturous.
With 5 successes.
5
It's worse
successes.
every time.
5 successes.
A little bit better.
Barry, what are you
One
going to get for your perception
success.
alertness? 1 success.
I only have 2 dice. I'm not
2
expecting-
successes for Barry.
I'm expecting
for
great
Peter.
things.
So
I'll be
Peter,
honest.
I don't think that 1 success is really enough, but 2 successes, the slightest whiff of something that puts your hunger on edge, and any more than that successes, you will realize the strong sense and smell of blood in the air.
And it's coming from one of the vehicles.
Yep, the second one that's gone past.
I'm
Third
suddenly
one.
feeling hungry.
Yeah.
You'll
Peter,
find-
yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling hungry, man. You smelled that, didn't you?
Now, I'm getting a feedback in the sound, actually. So
I caught a bit of something, but I don't know what.
I said I signed to you guys. What are you talking about?
never trust a man in a trilby.
Well,
What was she saying?
she said, "Why are you talking? You gotta learn to do this." I mean, she.
I know
All right,
so hard.
all right. She said, "What are we talking about?" And I basically say he smelled something in that second vehicle.
Blood. It was very, very pungent. Very pungent. It was makes
And
me
this-
hungry.
I will sign. Are you going to freak out on us? My child.
She signed, "Are you going to freak out on us, my child?"
No. Actually, what I'm thinking, Peter, I've got my composure. I'm fine. I'm fine. What I'm thinking is that we get in one of the last vehicles that goes by. We got to get into this somehow. We got to get to that city, and we're not walking there.
Have you got what your sire's got?
got what?
I shake my head.
And what?
You got you got to teach this dude some of your disciplines. Like celerity be a good one. Yeah, I saw you move fast. Yeah.
Well, didn't you say that I could pump my blood and do all sorts of crazy things?
Yes, but your sire here, and he gives her a little bit of an elbow, your sire here will be so wise as to teach you celerity.
I will sign that he is. I can tell that he has the potential to do something more worthwhile than just celerity.
Oh, you can make us all disappear at the same time?
He has to figure it out for himself.
Oh my god. Now, I respect your opinion as far as that goes, but we're in the middle of a war zone. So he's got to learn really fast. As fast as possible.
I will sign. Why can't you teach him your disappearing trick?
Because he'd only he'd only get level 1, and as soon as he moved, people would see him.
Time's wasting, guys. These cars are gonna go by before we even have to make a choice here. Like, I understand what you're trying to do, and I appreciate it, but we need to move. We need to make a decision now. And every survival instinct in my body is thrumming right now. Also, there's blood.
You gonna jump on that car as you're going past it?
That's exactly what I'm gonna do. It's exactly what I'm gonna do. I'm jumping on that last bloody car that comes by.
Okay, this I gotta watch.
Well, y'all coming with me.
I say I can do it better.
All right, you two.
I should do it because I can do it better.
Okay, right. Off you go, guys.
Oh, Arthur's also doing it as well, is he?
Yeah, you see Arthur just getting up to the side of the cliff, just bracing himself. And with his newly found fortitude, he feels, well, more immortal than he has ever in his life. So, obviously, he can't die.
I look at Arthur.
Do you say that out loud? You can't.
I kind of say it under my breath, but not out loud. I'm fucking immortal. I can do this. I can make this jump.
I got good news and I've got bad news for you.
Hey, what's up, Peter?
You still feel pain. Okay?
Yeah, but
when your bones break, you feel them break.
Yeah, but they heal. We get over it quickly, right?
And you can die if you get hit by something enough. All right.
Fair enough, but I'm gonna try not to get hit by the car. That's kind of the whole point.
All right, I'm gonna watch this and.
I'm going to prepare myself too. I'm going to use the celerity when I can to take over one of the cars.
By the way, you had to start the jump 3 seconds before it gets here. You have to allow for the height of the hill we're on and the thing you want to go on and the speed it's going.
All right, I'll take your advisement, Peter. I'm gonna warm up for this jump, Mr. GM.
Yep. Hang on a second. Sorry, my typing's probably driving everybody nuts.
You may have the shortest shoulder in the history of vampirism.
Okay, so let's be clear what is happening right now. I've been quietly chatting along away with Isaac on the side. While you guys have been
he is going to try and jump on a car.
Okay, well, you have to do it very quickly. This is the last vehicle you've talked to.
I'm also going to do that, and I have celerity.
Okay,
and
so
Peter's going to watch them.
3.
Right, so you're going to use celerity to jump on a vehicle from a standing point above the road. That's okay. That's not too hard. There's about
I'm not going to
50 feet to fall on top of it. So you're going to need to have some accuracy at landing on it. It's not moving slowly. I mean, it is on the road, I guess, but for the road it's not. Bouncing around a lot. You're going to have to land on it, grab onto it. Are you going to go through the roof, or how are you going to do this? Because you don't think the roof's going to hold you.
Oh, well, I have 3 celerity, right? So I'll speed down the hill I will break up. Well, just open the
Grab
door.
the door, the side
Open
door.
the door and then like scoot in and push them out.
This is the passenger door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're going to rip open the passenger door.
Yes.
Jump inside the cab.
Yes.
That's your plan. Okay.
That's my plan.
Okay, so and after that we don't know, but that's the main plan right now. Okay.
And the other plan that I had, which was completely not thought through at all, and I was just going to aim for the vehicle and going to land on whatever the largest surface area is.
Okay, so the largest hard surface area is probably just above the windscreen on the roof of the cab.
Perfect.
You know,
No,
you could even land on the windscreen a little bit, but you wouldn't want to go through it. But you're a vampire, you probably survive that.
You do realize that when you impact that roof, it's going to bend like a twig,
And
especially from here.
Peter, what's your plan?
Gonna have to deal with that.
All right, so I'm going to let you, because I've been sort of semi-absent talking to Isaac, who I need to get back to briefly shortly. You have this much time to figure out last-minute plans and details.
Well, Peter's going to watch.
For me, it's just burst into the car and then try and push the guy out. Push whoever is driving it out. Or incapacitate them. That is my intention. And I have 3 celerity, which means I have 4 turns. Right? Well, 4 actions.
I have no celerity, and I'm making my first jump as the car comes into position. And Peter suggested I do it within 3 seconds because I need to take into account the trajectory.
Okay, so let's get these strength and athletics checks, please, from the 2 of you. Are you going at the same time?
She has not communicated to me at all. I don't even know she's going. Okay. So I'm literally just
jumping,
launching myself off.
This is entirely separate actions. Okay, so if you fuck this up, you bash into each other and you both get run over.
I think the difference being that I have celerity, so I don't think there will be any connection there because I'm a lot quicker.
Right.
So he will do things at a slower pace than I do.
Well, he's making the same check that you are, but you have 3 or 4 chances to correct it. So do you want to make your check?
Strength and
athletics.
All right.
Peter is gonna watch.
Okay,
well, I got 0 on the first one. Should I try again?
Okay.
I tumble down.
So you go sliding down the hill. You're racing forward and you go sliding down the hill. Then you spring back into action with your next check. Oops, we're getting feedback from someone.
I got 2 for that one.
2? Okay, well, you start closing in on the back of the truck now that it's moved past you. Now for your 3rd check. This is to see whether you can actually catch up with the truck now, really. This is crucial.
3 successes.
Okay, you leap and jump to the back of the truck. Now, this next action or turn that you would make is going to happen at the same time as Jesse's turn happens. So Jesse, you got 3 successes. Okay, so you land squarely on the cab with a bang, and the boat rocks, so to speak. The whole truck shakes on its suspension. And so Zara, you feel the whole truck shake when Jesse strikes it from above, landing on the roof. And you can make your next check. I think this is really to see whether you hold on after that shake, which you may or may not have been expecting.
Is that going to be strength and
same
athletics
check?
as well?
Yeah, same check.
Okay.
Now, bear in mind, you can, of course, pump your blood at this point if you wanted to. 2 successes. That is good enough to hold on just. Okay, so Barry. Peter, you've just seen this 3rd truck go past. Now, you know there's one more truck coming, and it's 100 meters away. It's about less than 30 seconds, maybe 15 seconds away.
I'll obfuscate and do that one.
Okay, so you're going to try jumping onto the next truck. Okay,
I'm
so
going to time it and everything like I normally do.
Alright, so you are cleverly going to time this out. Let's see, where's your character sheet, Peter Wicks? Strength and athletics happens to be nicely set up. and that is a dramatic 0 successes.
Okay.
Would you like to spend any willpower points?
No.
No?
I'll just fall down behind it then.
All right,
let
so
it fall
you
behind
fall behind it. Now you have a chance to race to catch up to it if you want.
I'll do a leap at it.
All right. Now, bearing in mind, you do have potence, actually. That does give you an automatic success. What do we get? 0, 1 success. Okay, I think with 1 success, because from the potence, you will be able to leap onto the truck, but you will immediately begin to slide off the side of it, and you will have made a fair bit of noise doing so. You are obfuscated, but we're going to make another check, strength and athletics, to hang on. Of course, you keep your potence going, because it's permanent, so you have another auto success there. This time, that is 1 success. Oh, you are hanging on by a knuckle, basically. You're holding on by the radio wire or some shit. Some tiny piece of equipment stuck to the side of the truck.
Okay.
Yep.
I'll just continue to try and get up.
I think it's just dragging you. Now, the reason we're going through it in this kind of detail is because of what's going on around you with these guys. So, Charlie, you're hanging on the back of the other truck in very much the same situation that Peter Wicks is. Arthur, you are on the roof. Boom. Okay, so what are you going to do?
Well, I'm planted, and I'm assuming that fortitude kind of kicked in there. I may have felt like a
yeah. You didn't take
little bit of vampiric power kick in as I slam into it. Is essentially what Arthur was expecting.
All right, so why don't we make a... What did you get for your strength and athletics check?
3.
3, wasn't it? Okay. All right, so when you hit the roof of the cab, you do smash it in, considerably denting it in the center where you land. The vehicle immediately begins to swerve now. So this is going to take a dex and acrobatics check to hold on to. Charlie is going to make the same check because she's at the back. And, of course, the other vehicle behind Peter Wicks, luckily for you, begins to slow down because they don't want to drive into the back of the swerving vehicle in front of them on this dodgy road.
The same.
I'll take this moment to get up.
So we're going to make your check while I wait for Charlie.
Is it another strength and athletics?
How many dice do I have in that? Just out of curiosity.
How many dice? In this dice pool for this, was it strength and athletics?
And the potence.
Plus 1 potence.
Well, I got 2 for that one.
Wow, it keeps... Oh, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You have 7 dice. Wow, okay, cool.
I love that you have 2 angles.
Isn't that an automatic success or something?
Yes, it is. So you've got a potence. You've got 5 successes. So that's 6 successes. So you immediately spring up onto the back of the truck, Peter. Still obfuscated, I'm sure. So you're clambering over the back of it, into the truck, and
laying flat. And I just lay flat on the top.
On the top. Okay, let's get this clear, because I got the feeling you were climbing over the rail on the back into the tray on the back of the truck, which is covered with canvas.
Oh, yeah, no, I'll get in there.
Okay, so you are now surrounded by about, you would say, 15 soldiers sitting there, unaware of you. We're going to make a stealth check.
Stay there quietly.
Yeah, still going to make a dex and stealth.
Yeah.
Don't fuck this up.
Well, only the dice can fuck it up.
No,
that's true, and the dice...
Actually, I'm rolling the dice, so I could say that I could fuck it up.
Yeah.
That's 2 successes on your stealth, so that's all right. And you got obfuscate up the wazoo, so you're good. You're good. Okay, so Zara, how did you do for holding on to the back of the truck?
I did 2 points.
2 points of success?
2 points of success,
2 points of success. Okay, well, it's pretty shaky and swervy and stuff, but you grip on and you hold it. Arthur?
Yes, sir.
How did your dex and 1 success? Oh, okay.
I can pump something into it if I need to.
The swerving vehicle sends you rolling towards the side of the truck. You are probably going to fall off it unless you take some drastic action immediately now.
Is the windshield shattered, either side or front?
It's cracked.
But
Both,
not shattered.
But not shattered, no. But it's very cracked.
Well, I'm going to do something stupid because Arthur doesn't know any better.
Mm-hmm.
While he's grabbing onto it, he knows that if he actually smashes through the window and grabs on the inside, there's going to be a much more solid handhold as opposed to just drifting along the side. So he's just going to just, you know what? I'm a vampire. I can do this, right?
Right. So he's going to try to smash in through the side of the glass window. Okay. Yeah. So he's going to make a strength and athletics check. He's going to need 4 successes. Difficulty is 8, and the reason is because this is bulletproof glass.
Okay. Pump some onto that.
It is cracked. We'll take it down to 3 successes.
Okay. Sorry, 6 because it's cracked.
3 successes, but difficulty is still 8.
Okay. Negative.
Okay, so you smash your hand into the glass. Ow! Fuck! You take a level of non-aggravated damage as you crack your knuckles and flex your wrist against itself. It might be like a green stick fracture or something. It's nasty in any case. So that's not very nice. Barry, you are now hiding in the back of the other truck, bouncing along the road, but it's immediately begun to slow down. You can hear voices. You can hear voices over the radio in Spanish up ahead in the cab. People talking amongst themselves quietly. One of the guys there is sitting there smoking a cigarette in the back, and he looks at the others and says something in Spanish. They look like they all start picking up their rifles and shouldering them and checking little details of their uniforms and their buckles and their ammunition and their guns.
I'm going to check their auras.
Okay, you're going to check their auras. Aura perception. This is going to be perception and that thing to do with empathy. Yeah, perception and empathy. So give me a moment. Perception and empathy coming up. Here we go. And the dice say 3 successes. So he is a human. He is bored, and he is upset about something, but that's deeper down.
Just watch and observe.
Okay. Now, do you check out everybody here, slowly aura perceiving each member of this team, or do you...
Yeah, because I want to find out if there are any ghouls or vampires amongst them.
Right. Fair call. Okay, so you're going to go through them systematically. We have... How many dice for this? This is... 3... Ooh. Can you hear the basketball outside my house?
Yes.
Is it allowed on Twitch?
Yes.
To
Why
drag,
do you
can I go and drag this person into my room and then murder them in front of the camera? I'll just twist their head around until it comes off.
But then we'd end up in the dark web, and there's no coming back from that.
We have 2 people here from overseas.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough.
They're not going to do shit against basketball dude.
It's true. All I can do is look on in fascination and potentially horror.
Right. Fair enough. Okay, so let's pretend those are gunfire shots in the distance.
And I would just say, hey, that's great special effects, really good.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. Well, I'm hoping this is the sign of somebody getting in a car and fucking off. I think I can hear this happening, unfolding around us. Excellent. Okay, So, back on track. Charlie, you're still hanging onto the back of the truck, but only just. Barry, you're hiding in the back of the other vehicle. You're all perceiving a number of people, soldiers, down the sides of the inside of the truck.
Absolutely.
You've just about been thrown off the top of the truck. You've tried to punch a hole through the window, hurt yourself, failed to grasp onto anything, and now you're rolling in the mud next to the truck as it goes past you, spraying you with a fine mist of mud.
Son of a god.
As it goes past at this point, still sort of swerving, you see Zara clinging to the back of the truck.
Yeah. Holding on tightly.
Now
Let's go.
as you're rising, Arthur, if that's what you do, I assume, at least looking around, the lights of the next two trucks begin to track in front of you. They pick up and are now beaming in your direction.
So there's a fourth and a fifth vehicle?
There's at least a fourth vehicle. You don't know about a fifth vehicle.
Okay.
But you do have moments before its headlights hit you from where you're standing. Do you wish to move out of the headlights or move in front of the truck, or what would you like to do? Stay still? Do you care?
No, I'm going to try to jump onto the side of the vehicle instead of on top of the roof.
Okay, onto the side.
Yep.
Okay, and are you going to stand in front of it to try and slow it down first, or are you going to surprise attack from the darkness?
You know, I'm going to stand kind of like, I can see where it's coming and I see the edge of the vehicle. So if they see something standing there, they're not going to hit me headlong, but they might swerve slightly to get out of the way, but I'm not going to stand directly in front.
Right.
So I'm going to stand just where the actual side of the bumper is.
Close enough
and
to
then,
make them have to swerve if they really want to.
And then grab for something on the side of the vehicle.
Okay. All right. Well, the
again,
continues.
Arthur has no idea about what his limitations are, so he's still testing those boundaries.
Testing his boundaries, exactly. Well, that's kind of partly one of the reasons I chose this scenario. So, okay, so you're going to do that. Well, you're going to make a strength or even a dexterity and athletics.
And while you're making that check, you should also create, Russell, our dear Isaac.
Oh, he's got a character. I just need to know what his
a character
login...
sheet, though?
Yeah, I've got a sheet for him. It's all set up and ready to...
Yep.
Yes, I am.
Oh, okay. It's all set up. All right.
Wonderful.
Perfect.
That's great.
All I have to do is give him the access to it. Hang on.
Yeah, and then he'll be all go.
Yep.
I spend a willpower point because screw the dice.
Okay, cool.
Good.
Cool.
You even made a character on the side while narrating. You're impressive.
Well, I don't know about that. But
you know what? That's how you get extra experience by stroking the ego.
Yeah.
Don't stroke his ego. Don't stroke his ego.
That's true. He doesn't deserve it. This morning he said, "Are you ready to the Dagdagiel guys?" Which is tomorrow's game.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, Isaac, you should have access to a character called Isaac, or something similar, close enough, I hope. And if you can find that and open it, let's see. Tell us if that works.
They'll probably have the same confusion.
Roll 20. Or
yes, it's in roll 20 at the very top. You got some tabs. One of them says journal. Click on journal.
Yeah.
So you have like a chat symbol, and then it looks like a newspaper. There you go.
And while those guys are doing that, I'd like to make a shout out to Feral Artificer. He will be here tomorrow.
Feral Artificer.
Yeah.
Is he lurking?
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He is.
Lurking. Who's lurking
Which is
today?
very cool. It's always good to see him.
Feral Artificer. There you are. Cool. Well, welcome.
You should check out his stuff because it is amazing.
Glad to have you hang out with us.
He's a true artificer, a true steampunk artificer, IRL, modern. That's him.
I almost feel ashamed of my lack of steampunkiness around him because
you should.
He's very into it, and I don't like mixing it with stuff. I like steampunk in and of itself, but I don't like mixing it. He did give me these amazing dice, just like to say. They are.
Those are nice.
Very cool. Very cool.
What
indeed.
a sellout.
A sellout. Yeah. Well, Charlie, you wonder why I punish your
see what
characters,
he's
Charlie.
doing.
You're always wondering why I'm punishing your characters, Charlie, and the reason is because you don't buy me anything. You don't give me stuff. You don't send me stuff. You send Barry stuff. He gets earphones. I don't get anything. I get insulted.
I did.
I get challenged.
I needed to try and win him a set of headphones because he fucking needed them. He needed them. I will try and win you things. Okay, I will.
Cool. I'll appreciate.
So
it.
she says.
But I have to win them.
She says that now. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So let's resolve this shit because you guys are in the fucking shit right now. Arthur, you've just made a Dex and Athletics check to leap onto the truck. Is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. What did you get?
I got 1 success.
Okay. The truck just nips you and spins you around. You take a level of non-aggravated damage.
Okay.
As it goes past you, you can make a perception alertness check, though, and so can you, Peter Wicks, which I shall roll for you.
At the back, I wouldn't see anything, would I?
Well, probably not. But there is a chance that you heard or saw something bounce off the vehicle. You might have heard the bang as it went past.
Okay.
So perception alertness, Peter Wicks, submitting now. And Peter gets 1 success. So you do hear a tap on the vehicle, a bounce, a bang, something hit the vehicle, but you know.
So I can't ask you if it sounded like a body.
Well, it does sound like a body, but it also could sound like a small animal or something hitting the side.
No, it's just that in my early days when I used to jump on trains and stuff like that, I hit a lot of times.
You would have some experience of jumping onto vehicles, which you clearly have because you've managed it this time.
Well, you probably would have heard, son of a cocksucking fuck.
Right. that might be the thing that you heard. All right.
And I go, and keep.
All right, cool. So what then? Charlie, you're going to try and jump on the truck? You're still getting on the back of the vehicle?
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm hopping up.
The vehicle now is slowed down. It's much easier, so you can make another strength and athletics check to climb up on the back of it.
1 success.
1 success.
Yeah.
Okay, you make some progress.
Throw this a shoe or something?
You're making some progress. Can you make a perception alertness check, Charlie?
Okay.
Zara.
Yeah. 2. 2 out of 2 is pretty good.
That's 100% hit rate.
That's 100%.
Zara, you can hear from the sounds inside the vehicle that there are people right up next to you, just inside this plate that closes on the back of the vehicle.
Okay, can I want to be able to rip the driver out.
Okay, well, you're going to have to get...
I want to travel over to that.
Okay, so you want to travel around the vehicle, up the side of the vehicle that's moving.
Yeah.
That's
okay.
moving.
How very Indiana Jones of you.
This is very Indiana Jones. How strong are you?
Oh, I am 3 dots strong.
3 dots strong. And do you have any potence?
I do not have
not.
potence.
Have you pumped any blood into strength to maximize it?
I can, if required.
Well, that's probably what you're going to want to think about doing if you want to make it to the end of this thing.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, I'll do that. I've got plenty.
Because you're really going to need to grip on hard. Okay, so you're going to make a strength and athletics check.
Okay, with 2 extra dice. Nope. Fuck.
None. That's a 0.
No.
Okay.
Do I not go anywhere or do I fall off? I get a 1.
It's not
a 1.
You know what? It's not a negative, and the check was to move, not to stay on. So I'm going to say that you just can't move around. You're not finding it. It's moving too much to
It's too quick.
You've got to keep both hands on most of the time. Otherwise, you're going to fall off.
Okay, right. I'll wait for my next time.
All right.
I mean, can I use a celerity point? Can I use a blood point to give myself more movement?
Yes, you could do that.
Okay.
You could use celerity. That will give you another. How many celerity do you have?
I have 3.
Do you have
so
to use a
4.
block point for
4
every point of
them.
celerity that you use, or just
Oh no, it's
activate
just
celerity?
you use 1 blood
And
point,
it activates
and
all
it will
celerity.
use celerity to
Yeah, I
what
thought so.
amount of dots you have,
I
which
remember
I
this
have 3
now.
of.
It's
So
terribly
it would be
overpowered.
4.
Terribly overpowered.
Yes, it is, and that's
Okay.
why they changed it in 5e, but we're not
Right.
playing 5e.
Excellent. Well, in this case, so you've got 3 dots, so you can make 4 actions. So you've used 1. Let's make another 3.
Okay. Strength athletics. 4. Girl.
4 successes.
Oh, I forgot the 2 more dots. Hold on.
2 more dots.
Dicey.
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 It's okay. I'm just gonna roll another 2 dice to add to that. Just one moment, please. So another 1. So 5.
5 successes. All
Yeah.
right. Well, you move around the truck and along the side a considerable way. Now you've gotten past the tires and the wheels spinning in your face, and you've gotten to the edge of the cab.
Okay,
That
I
means
want
no
to.
getting run over.
I want to reach for the door handle,
Yep.
rip it open, and drag a person out.
And drag a person out. Drag a
Yeah.
motherfucker out. Okay, so you reach for the door handle. That's not a problem. You flip the door open, but it's locked.
Who locks their doors when they're driving? Okay, that's fine. They do themselves. I am going to punch the window open.
Okay, so you pull yourself up onto the little step next to the driver's window.
Yeah.
Okay, and you're hanging down
Punch it open.
underneath the window, and then you just go through the window.
Yes.
Okay. Now, bearing in mind what I told Arthur earlier, the windows are reinforced bulletproof glass. And you don't have any potence, did you say?
No.
No, but you do have bonus strength right now, blood strength.
Yes.
Okay, so you're going to make another dex and athletics check. You can make a brawl if you like.
Yeah. I think
Strength and brawl.
it makes sense to me,
Yeah.
considering what the check is. 5.
This is not the same vehicle as the one he hit, is it? Because then it would have a weakened. It is
the same vehicle.
Right,
Oh,
so
hello.
the window's a little bit weakened by now. You've already Right. Okay. So how many successes?
5.
5.
As it's weakened.
It's all right.
All right. You
Yeah.
smash through the glass, but the thing is, all the glass hangs together. It doesn't fall apart. It all hangs together because there's a metal net inside it, which
Right.
is designed to catch bullets. And as your hand smashes it in, you punch the driver in the face with this mesh of smashed glass, scoring him up. And then what do? You take your hand out, or it's going to come out kind of scarred. You might have taken a level of non-aggravated superficial damage from that.
Do I have one more action?
I think
in
you
this?
do have another action at this point, yeah.
Okay, well, in that case, I'm going to take him out.
Okay, so you're going to take
Bring
him
him out of the
and pull
cab.
him out of the cab. Okay, and this
Yeah,
is
yeah.
going to basically disable the vehicle. That's the plan, yeah. Okay, so
Yes,
you
I want it. so-
Okay, so let's make a
Mine.
dexterity and melee, brawl attack, please.
Oh,
Dex and brawl.
hold on.
We're keeping you up,
Please.
Isaac.
I only got 0, so I just
0 successes.
Yeah.
0 successes. Okay, well, unfortunately, you fail to grab him. The glass is in the way. He's struggling to get out of the. You just can't put your hand where the broken glass is. So you can't actually grab him. Now, Barry, you're in a different vehicle. That vehicle's now slowing down. Because that was a couple of vehicles back from what's going on up ahead, and that vehicle now is getting a bit fucked up. Arthur, you're seeing this as the vehicle goes past you. It starts wobbling around, and you see you probably hear as well the smashing of the glass.
By the way,
yep.
by the way, Happy New Year's to Mr. Isaac. He's your name for the reason that it happened literally in an hour and a half ago. So
About an hour and a half. Hour and 47 minutes. Yes, I am.
that's why
what
he's
was
yawning.
it?
That's fair.
It's like
Yes, it
it's
is
almost
going
2
on
o'clock.
2 a.m. for me.
Yeah.
2 a.m. Wow. Okay, well,
Give him some break, a little bit of a break.
a little bit of a break.
And I've been live for 8 hours.
Wow, you're keen as mustard, as they say. All right, so Barry, you're in the back of the truck bouncing along. You've heard the bounce off the side of the truck. You're still continuing. You're still obfuscated. You're paying attention to auras. Thus far, you have found one ghoul. That ghoul, you believe, is the captain of this particular little group. These 12 soldiers, this platoon, I suppose it might be.
No vampires there.
No vampires in this vehicle, at least not in the back of the vehicle. You don't know about the front. The cab could be a whole different matter. You can't see into the cab.
Please assume that if I come up against new people, I will be doing the same thing.
Right. There is a zip in the canvas at the back of the cab where the canvas comes up and breaks up the cab from the back of the truck. You can see that. So if you were to get to that zip, you could open it and look through and see. Probably you'd be able to auspex them.
Okay. All right. I will zip it slowly and carefully.
Okay, well, the first obstacle is you have to get from the back of the truck to the front of the truck and walk past 15 soldiers without walking into them on a bouncy castle.
Oh, no, I won't risk it then.
You're not going to risk it?
No.
Cool. I could say that there is a frame in the top of the cab, the top of the roof that you could grab onto to use to stabilize yourself as you walk down there. But it'd still be risky.
Yeah, no, I'm not going to risk it.
Okay, cool. So
I don't want to see the disaster that might be happening.
Right, now, did you guys just see what Barry just did then? That was excellent role-playing. That was good role-playing. I baited him, and he wouldn't bite.
Good job, Barry.
Good job, Barry.
Good job, Barry. Yeah.
Good job, Barry. Good job. Okay, so meanwhile, Arthur, you are on the side of the road in the mud. Truck's gone past. You've been clipped.
Yep.
The second.
You said the fourth vehicle was slowing down.
The fourth vehicle.
The one that hit me.
After it hit you, is it slowing down? Is that the one?
Did say it was.
Well, the third one was the one that Zara is on, the one that I got thrown off of, and the fourth vehicle is the one that Barry is in the back in the troop transport.
Right. Yes, you got me there. Okay, cool. All right. So yeah, they're both actually slowing down. The one in the front and the one at the back are both slowing down now. They stop. They pull to a stop.
Okay, I'm actually going to hit or cast Find Dirt. And just hit the ground.
Oh, you're gonna
hit the mud.
Just hit the mud. Okay.
Yeah, I'm already covered in clay and muck anyway, so.
Okay, so you're just gonna hit the ground. Okay, cool. Fair enough.
And get the Glock ready.
Get the Glock ready. Okay, cool. Zara, the vehicle stops.
Yes.
You're holding on outside. You've smashed the glass. You've attempted to drag the driver out. The vehicle's spun around. I'm actually gonna make a Dex drive check for the driver to see how badly he smashes the truck into the wall of the cliff. One success. Okay, so nobody's dead.
Well, not yet. Not until I get into the cab.
Right.
And I make them dead.
Okay, so you're going to jump up into the front of the cab at that point.
Yes.
And go murder hobo on the front of the truck.
Yes. I mean, we all need our food.
All right. So
and so
there's two guys in there as you jump in. One of them has been already smashed in the face with a block of glass. And the other guy on the other side, he's now got a pistol out. Looks like some old Soviet design, you think?
Well, with another point of celerity, I want to use that gun against one of them. Hopefully, putting them to sleep forever.
Right.
And then I want to.
You can make a dexterity and firearms check to use the other guy's gun against the first one, if you wish.
Dexterity and firearms.
Yes.
Wow. Go to sleep. Just one.
1 success. Fuck.
Well, that would have hit something, but just not well.
You jump into the cab, you reach for the guy's gun, and then it goes off just before you manage to get it onto the target of the other guy, the driver. So that's your first attempt. You've got celerity on though, so you're
Yes, I
make
do.
another attempt.
I have 3 more attempts.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to shoot one. I'm going to try and shoot one in the head.
All right, roll to hit.
Yes, that's what I'm going to say. Thank you. So 2 successes for that next one.
2 successes. Okay. The second bullet goes through the glass, shattering it even further. There's a big section that's now been smashed out of the way. Your next attempt.
Another attempt. Another 2.
Your next bullet, so to speak. And this is all kind of like wrestling with a handgun in the cab of the truck, right? With a big sheet of broken glass in the midst of it, cutting everybody's wrists and arms, shredding everybody's skin. How many successes this time?
2.
2. Okay. Well, you hit the driver this time, and you've got one last attempt because the driver is still struggling.
Alrighty. Okay, I am going to sink my fangs into the person that I'm wrestling with.
Okay. Alright, he immediately... I'm not going to make you roll. He immediately just is paralyzed.
Oh, no.
At which point you were able to take the gun off him and fire freely.
Oh, excellent. I will.
You want, so...
I will take that opportunity. Thank you.
Check. Dexterity and firearms.
Why do I suck so much? Just 1.
1 success. Okay.
I'm just enjoying
you're
this.
at close range. The guy's been hit a number of times. You've got a success. He's been, as I say, he's taken some damage. This is the final coup de grace, and you just kill him. You put him out of his misery. You shoot him in between the eyes, I think. Okay, so Arthur, you've watched the 2 vehicles slow down and stop. You're down in the dirt with your gun out. Peter Wicks, you're still sitting carefully at the back of the truck. The truck has now stopped. Everything goes quiet. Now, sorry to keep you, Isaac. I am planning to get this show.
Not at all. No.
Out
Story trumps.
All right.
Story trumps. I'm fine. I'm absolutely fine here, and I'm having fun.
Cool.
That's awesome. Out of game. Are you actually going with Lindsay Parker?
No, he's not going with Lindsay Parker.
No. He actually came up with Lindsay Parker as his name.
I hope.
No. I came up with Lawrence Brookburn. But I was told my name was Lawrence Lindsay Parker.
No, your name is not Lindsay Parker.
Oh, did I pull up the wrong? I only have Lindsay Parker for.
You've been tripped.
Under the newspaper.
You've been tripped.
Maybe I need to refresh.
Lindsay Parker is an NPC.
Yes. A homosexual. I mean, he's into everything, but come on, clearly he's into dudes, which is really cute.
Okay,
it's so cute. I love
under
that.
the newspaper, the only character sheet that I see is Lindsay Parker in calendar 2000, so I thought I was Lindsay Parker.
Okay.
No, you can be whomever you want to be. Whomever you want to be.
Chicago, Europe. Yeah, that's
I was about to say, what?
So, Isaac. Okay, Isaac.
How did you pick the same name as an NPC?
The character that you have in Roll20 should be in the Vampire 1999 Europe campaign. You will find them under the journal, I believe. So not the chat or the art library, but the journal.
I see calendar 2000 and Mr. Lindsay Parker.
Okay, forget about Mr. Lindsay Parker. Somebody's been fucking with you.
It's you. Also.
No, it's not. Because I'm looking at a character sheet called Isaac.
I see mountain interior.
What?
Mountain
now
interior?
Isaac is up. Now Isaac is up.
Excellent. It does take a while to see them.
Yeah, I think it takes
Well,
time to update
Isaac may be a late bloomer. I mean,
Oh, you know, it took me a while to get here.
Everybody's so cheeky tonight.
They say I'm disabled.
Okay.
It's the new year.
It is the new year. It is the new year. Okay. So
well, I mean, my glass of gin is empty,
5.
so you know.
you better fill
5
that shit up
treats.
now, man.
5 treats.
What the hell? Fill up your glass.
I'll fill it up when we have our bio break.
The bio break. We don't have bio breaks around here.
No, that's why I got a catheter. So yeah.
Except, yeah, we stop only for blood. All right, are you guys ready to return to the biting action?
Yeah.
That's really
Always
good. I
down
love
to
that.
bite.
It's amazing. Love that. The biting action.
Oh, please don't encourage him.
You see what I did there?
What? It was good. I gotta give him props where props are due.
Fair enough. Okay, so blah, 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 vehicles have stopped. You're on the ground. You're in the back. You're holding onto the back. You know you're not. You've moved around to the side and smashed in the window. All right, so now having smashed in the window, jumped in, done some damage with a gun, killed one of the guys, bit the other one. You're now drinking that guy, I assume. That vehicle rolls to a stop and bashes into the wall of the cliff that the road is next to. Fortunately, not the side that goes down into the mud. It all comes to a rest. At that point, Barry's vehicle is pulling up behind Arthur. Those vehicles have gone past you now and have stopped up ahead. You are at the very back.
I'm gonna train on the fourth vehicle, the one that's coming to the stop, the one that smashed into the wall. I mean,
Right.
whatever. It's not really a concern of mine at this point.
You
I was looking
realize
for any sort of combatants.
you realize that there are two vehicles that have headed off and haven't stopped, and the back two vehicles have stopped.
Correct. Yes.
Okay, cool. All right, Zara.
Yeah. I'm drinking the dude. I'm drinking the fuck out of this dude. I'm going to drink him till he is no more. And then I'm going to push him out the door.
All right. Plop.
Grab hold of the wheel.
Uh-huh.
And the vehicle is mine.
The vehicle is mine. What's your dex and drive, Zara?
It's alright. It's fine. You don't have to worry about it. Don't ask me. It's fine.
Uh-huh. Go on.
It's 5. It's 5.
5.
It's actually pretty okay.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
It's pretty reasonable. Okay. Cool.
Oh, 4 successes.
4 successes. All right. Good. All right. So you start the vehicle. You take over the vehicle. Do you begin driving it immediately?
I will look to see if the others are on it.
You make a perception alertness check. Barry. You hear over the radio something coming in Spanish, and everybody suddenly stands up, and they start moving to the back where you are crammed in by the door, by the flap. They weirdly clamber around you as if they just can't quite bring themselves to move into your space. This sort of strange effect that you have on them as they just don't move past where you are, through where you are. And remarkably, they're always looking in another direction as they move past you. And they all get out of the back of the vehicle awkwardly, looking at each other like, did you guys sense something funny was going on there? So, of course, Arthur, you're seeing this group of 15 soldiers get out of the back of that truck. This is the rear truck.
I will get out with them.
You get out with them, okay. All right, they lock and load their AK-47s, and they move over to the side of the road and they start looking around. A couple of them take out torches, big electric torches, flashlights. They start shining them around.
Sorry, does the anybody in the cab of that vehicle get out? Or is it just the troops
Just the
that get out?
troops. Just the troops. So what do you do, Arthur?
I approach the vehicle where all the troops are getting out of once. Well, actually, let me correct that.
Yeah.
As long as they're moving away from me and not looking at me, I will approach the fourth vehicle. and approach the actual cab.
Okay, so you're going to perhaps move around the vehicle and approach the cab from the side that is away from where the soldiers are on the side of the road. Okay,
Yes.
so we're going to say you move around the left-hand side of the vehicle, moving up from the back.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so you get to where the passenger door would be, I would think. In any case, if we say that, we've established it.
Yep.
Okay, so you're nearing the passenger door. So, Barry, you've climbed out with the soldiers.
Yep.
You don't know where Zara is. You don't know where Arthur is at this point.
I look around for them.
Right. The soldiers seem to be sort of searching the ground for bodies or something. They're poking around with their rifles. At this point, a guy does get out of the front of the truck. He looks like the senior out of the group that's here. And he's got a radio with him which he speaks on occasionally in Spanish. And he speaks to these guys in Spanish. They start poking around, looking into the area around them. And now at this point, Charlie, what are you doing?
Well,
you're driving.
I rolled a 2 on my perception, by the way. Do I see if the others are on board or around?
You might have a chance to see Arthur in the rearview mirror of the truck that you're in.
Right, now I know
Arthur's
that I will
hiding,
never see
right?
Peter.
Arthur is hiding. You're not going to see Peter because he's definitely obfuscated.
Yeah, he's always obfuscated. So I'm going to kick it into overdrive. I'm going to drive.
You're going to drive, okay.
Yep.
And you rolled your driving check. What did you get?
I did.
3
I got
successes,
a 4.
4 successes, okay. So you start driving the truck. And you reverse up a little bit and you start driving back along the road, okay, and get it into gear. So you guys back with the 4th truck at this point. The soldiers sort of look around and the guy at the front goes running back to the cab at that point to get to the other radio. And he starts talking, and at that point, Charlie, you're hearing this gibberish coming over the radio, Spanish, blah, 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 what's going on kind of thing. There's the general impression you're getting. I assume you're going to ignore that.
I will ignore that. It's not like I can reply.
Right. Okay. I'm going to roll some dice for reasons. Okay. All right, Jesse, give me a heads up. What are you doing again now, at this point, now that she's driving off? Any change in your course?
No, I mean, I'm still approaching the 4th vehicle. You said that they were all searching around
Yep. Okay,
on the ground or wherever, so I'm trying to get... You said that there was a guy who came out of the cab of the 4th vehicle, yes?
That's true, yeah, out of the other side of the vehicle, though. Well, if that's a problem, we can say he came out of the side. I don't mind. It really makes no.
Well, I mean, I would run across or dive under the vehicle, whatever. I would try to intercept this person as he's coming out of the cab.
Okay, that's.
So I don't want to try punching that glass again. That was not a good maneuver.
Right. Okay, so you're intercepting the guy that's gotten out of the vehicle. Okay, cool. So he starts moving around the vehicle, and you're just going to shoot him straight up from the darkness, from the shadows. Or
well, I mean, it depends on how I approach him, but yeah, I'm pretty much gonna pop him. Yeah.
Okay.
Bullet meets fleshy bits.
So you're gonna make a dexterity and stealth check to see how close you can get before you have to pop him.
Okay, that is also not a good roll for me. Dexterity plus stealth. That is a total of 2 successes.
2 successes, nice.
Yeah, not bad.
Okay, so you get up quite close to him. He's walking. You know, he's got some sort of submachine gun slung over his shoulder. He seems to be higher rank. He's not carrying a big gun, and he's got a cigarette in his mouth. He stops momentarily to relight it, and then he starts moving forward again. He takes another step.
Does he move further outside of the cab?
He's about to, yep, he's out of the cab. He's got his feet on the ground. He's walking down the side of the truck.
Back or front?
Towards the back.
Okay. And there's already somebody else in the cab, somebody driving, or is he the only occupant?
You believe there is one more occupant in the truck,
Okay.
in the cab.
Well, if he's coming to the back, I mean, how was I approaching him from the front, or was I also coming through the back?
You were also coming from the back, but you're in the shadows
Okay, well.
and you're hiding further out than he's looked.
I'm going to move as far as I possibly can, get as close as I possibly can, pop up, move to the cab, pop up.
Okay, Dex and firearms. And welcome, Vancouver by night. Greetings and salutations.
2 successes.
2 successes, excellent. Okay, so you shoot through the door, you hit whomever it was that was sitting there, a fellow in a uniform. He shouts out. The guy that you didn't shoot, the guy with the high-ranking uniform and the cigarette butt, who's walked past you now, he turns and begins to fumble with his submachine gun. Dex and firearms. Barry, you are hearing these gunshots.
I'm going to spend a willpower point on that one.
Okay.
I at least want to get 1 success. That's
Fair.
ridiculous. That many dice and I get no successes.
No successes. How many dice did you roll?
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Well, okay.
Or could I get an auto success on
but
it?
you got 1 success with that, and you spent a willpower point. Is that right?
Yeah,
Okay.
that's correct.
Okay.
So it's 2 successes.
All right.
Okay. I'll go around where the shooting is.
Okay. So you head around to where the shooting is. You can now see this combat ensuing between Arthur and this soldier. Arthur, you certainly hit him. You shoot him in the neck. He puts his hand on his neck. He's now... Right, blood sprays out. You can make a self-control check.
I was just going to say, oh yeah, baby.
Self-control.
It's not his best rolls, I don't believe. Oh no, that's actually good. It's his conscious that is kind of low. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is 2 successes.
Okay, you don't frenzy. That's good. But you do get covered and sprayed with blood. He then begins to raise the gun. Barry, you see this, and Arthur, you see this. What do both of you do?
Come round behind him.
Uh-huh.
Cut his throat.
Okay, well, he's been shot in the throat.
Yeah, well, I'll use the opening. I'll just go pump.
All right, so you do that. You kill him, but as you're killing him, he's raised the gun and he begins pulling the trigger and spraying ammunition into the air.
So I would have done. So if we're moving at the same time as he's coming in for the kill,
Yep.
even though I do have self-control, I'm actually moving in and I'm bearing fangs.
Okay. So you're going to Dex and me brawl him. Dex and brawl him. Difficulty's 4.
I'll
Okay.
obfuscate again.
Okay, so you just move in, kill him, and obfuscate.
Yeah.
Okay.
God damn it. 0.
0.
Like,
Damn. Okay, that's a big fail, unfortunately.
Yep.
But the good news is, Barry, you do get in there and you do kill him, but he does fire off half a clip of ammunition as he squeezes his fist in the ecstasy of the kiss.
I have to ask you this, Russell, because it's important to the game. If we're using the old system,
We are.
have I got enough points for Cloak of the Gathering?
No.
No?
That's really expensive. Okay, so Zara.
So do I embrace him,
Yes?
but just don't stop him?
Do you
I guess
embrace
is the
him?
idea.
You got 0 successes, didn't you?
Well, as a combat maneuver, but
Yeah. Well, you certainly don't stop him, but the thing is, Barry kills him in that instant. Anyway,
Okay.
so as you both step towards him, Barry, should I say Peter, kills him from behind, slitting his throat. What were you using to do that, by the way? One of the knives that you took, right? Okay, so you would have, Arthur, you would have seen the knife come around, and out of nowhere, you realise Peter Wicks has just stepped out of the darkness and slit his
All right.
throat, just as you're about to finish the maneuver for yourself.
all right. Well, Drop the gun.
Okay.
Not drop it, but...
As you're doing that, can you make a Dex and Dodge check, please?
Moi?
Yeah. Yeah.
God dang it. These are all not good rolls for me. I don't know why I'm engaging in combat when I'm not a combat character. 0.
0. Okay.
I do have fortitude, so...
Okay, well, can you soak... Can you make a soak roll, please? Stamina.
Yep.
Add any fortitude as automatic successes.
Stamina. 1 success on stamina.
1 success on stamina.
And 1 auto success for fortitude, so 2 successes.
2 successes, okay. You do get hit by a bullet coming from the back of you, from behind, coming from the truck, from the front of the truck. The guy that you shot earlier, he's not dead. So he's leaned forward and is leaning against the seatbelt that he's wearing and is trying to shoot outside the door of the vehicle at you. And he's hit you, but it hasn't done any significant damage.
Okay, so 1 point.
So, Zara.
Yes?
Zara, what are you doing, Zara?
I was driving.
You're driving, okay. So you're still cruising along behind the other trucks at this point. And there's radio blather going on, blah, 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 blah. The vehicle at the front begins to slow down, and everybody over the radio is beginning to start getting quite, agitated, is the tense sense that you're getting from the conversation over the radio.
Okay.
So the vehicle in front of you is slowing down now. It's getting slower.
I'm
The distance
pass it.
between you and them is getting closer and closer. 30 feet, 20 feet, 10 feet.
Well, the
You're gonna
closer
pass
I
it.
get, I'm going to pass it.
You just pass it. Alright.
I'd like to pass it, but shoot whomever is driving it as I go past it.
So you're going to try and go past it and shoot the driver of the other vehicle.
Yeah,
as
drive
you
by,
go
baby.
past.
Let's go.
Alright. Dex and firearms, please.
Okay.
And also Dex and drive. You're going to split your dice pool.
I don't like that. Okay, I might actually just Dex and drive.
Dex and drive. You're not going to
Yeah.
shoot.
There are people in the back and they can handle it.
Okay.
2 successes.
For the Dex and drive.
Yeah.
Okay, so you pass the vehicle and you shove it into the next gear as you go into third up into the next hill, this muddy hill up ahead. This jungle on... As the road at this point pulls away from the river and back into the hills a little bit. And now, looking out, you can see just jungle on both sides of you falling away, slowly sloping off into flat plains, marshes, and mud. Far behind you, if you look in the rearview mirror, you get the occasional flash of the lights from the township that you saw, but that's in the other direction. Okay? So you're still driving?
Yes, that's
Okay.
me. Still driving.
Cool. All right. Peter?
Okay, do I see the guy who's just shooting at my companion?
No, he's inside the truck.
Okay.
Wait, no, you can because he's leaning out the side in the seatbelt. Yes, you can.
Okay, am I behind him or in
No,
front?
you're in front of him and you're behind Arthur, who is between you. Arthur is between you and the adversary in the truck.
Okay, I will, being obfuscated, I'll move up on the guy.
Whoop. Yep.
Yep. And if he's got his head out,
Yep.
I'll stab him in the throat.
Okay. So we'll make a dex and melee check for you. Peter Wicks, dex and melee. Would you like to spend a willpower point?
No.
I had to ask. Submito. And we have 3 successes. You stab him in the throat, and he immediately goes limp on the end of your blade, dropping
And
the gun.
re-obfuscate.
Right. He just drops the gun and slumps down into the seatbelt that he's in, and then he kind of just folds in half and falls out of the seatbelt too, out of the truck onto the ground.
No, I will quickly open the door, grab his body, throw it out, yell out, look at him and go, move.
Right, okay, so you give Arthur the get in the truck move.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Good. So, Arthur, you
Do so.
get in the truck. Okay, cool.
Yep.
So, Peter, did you get in the truck too?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. At this point, the radios are still going. You can still hear all the noise going on over there. Arthur, as you're getting in the truck, can you make a dexterity and dodge check, please? As several soldiers have begun to fan out around the vehicle looking for all this noise and gunfire, and they start firing at you as you clamber into the truck. Peter, you're in first, so you're going to take the driving wheel, I assume?
Yes.
That's correct. Okay.
So -1 success.
-1 success. Well, that doesn't sound very healthy to me. I'm going to make a little bit of a Dex and Firearms check here to see just how much damage you receive. How many successes did you say?
-1.
-1. Well, the good news is that he wouldn't have hit you. The bad news is that you moved into it. And so you take a level of non-aggravated damage from having moved into the gunfire instead of away from it.
I'm going to try to soak with Fortitude.
You can try and soak with Fortitude, yes. Stamina check.
Yep.
It's Fortitude. Well, Fortitude's gonna actually cover it anyway. It's automatically going to succeed against that.
8 and a 6, so
yeah,
2
so
successes.
you totally soak that. You're getting sloppy because you can soak all this damage. All right, Zara, you are driving. Can you make a perception alertness check, please?
Yes. Perception alertness. All right. No.
No.
Classic.
Okay.
Nope, I'm just driving.
You're just driving. Okay, cool.
Doing my thing, just driving.
Driving. Peter, you're now driving, and we're making a Dex and driving check for you. Driving. Dex and drive. Here we go. How's our sound tonight, people, by the way? Just going to check in on the technical business, just to see how things are. 3 successes, Barry, for your perception.
Looks good. Yeah. Sounds good, sorry.
Sound is good?
Yeah.
Cool. Perfect. Alter code. Yay. All right, so 3 successes, Barry. What you notice in the distance is a searchlight coming down out of the clouds on the other side of the river, several miles away.
Okay.
As you're driving.
Okay. I get the fuck out of Dodge.
Okay, well, you are driving along a windy road along the side of the river. You get to a point where there is a parked truck that is just beginning to pull back onto the road again.
I turn myself into one of the guards.
Okay, so you obfuscate into one of the guards. Cool.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You get past that truck. They pull in behind you now. You are number 3 in the column. Is that right? 3, yeah.
There would have been 2 in front of us, so we would be the 3rd, unless there's a 4th vehicle that Zara was driving.
Yeah, Zara's moved ahead of you guys, so she's now 3 and you're now 4th. Doesn't make sense. I'm confused. All I know is Zara's ahead of you guys. I know that much. And you're at the back, so you must be 4
Honestly, I
and she
thought
must
that
be
you
3
were
now.
on while I was driving. But that's okay.
All of this time?
Well, yeah, because I had to look to see if they were on the back of my one. I couldn't see Peter, but I could see Arthur.
Really? On the back of your truck?
Yeah.
No.
I made a perception check.
Well,
When I was outside of the vehicle, moving around the vehicle to intercept the officer that was coming out of the cab, she did a perception check in a rearview mirror to see me moving around as she was driving away.
That's what I thought. Yeah.
I was under the impression that they were on it,
Isaac,
but
you got to stop
to be honest, I
distracting
don't care
Charlie.
that much. It's just Arthur.
Just Arthur.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so to clarify,
I made him
Arthur
as a pawn.
to clarify, Arthur is not on your truck. Does that change anything?
No.
In which case, let's not worry about it. Moving right along.
You have
then.
a neglectful sire, and I apologize.
All right, Zara, you continue along driving. Arthur, you are in the cab with Peter driving. There's some bloodstains in the front of the truck and so on, but that's cool. There is a bashing sound on the panel between you and the back of the truck, like a knocking. Somebody knocking. You can hear somebody calling out in Spanish from the back of the truck.
Check the chamber. Okay, we're good.
And do you look through the zip? Like there's a zip that separates it. There's a
Oh yeah, I zip it down with the gun like this, just on the side, so I don't like full face into it, but.
All right.
Zip.
This guy suddenly sees the gun facing him. He starts he starts saying stuff in Spanish. You can make a linguistics check if you want.
Yeah.
Intelligence and linguistics.
This has been
How you doing, Lindsay?
troublesome.
Isaac, not Lindsay, because Lindsay is my NPC. You're not
right. Hold on. Here we go.
2 successes.
There we go. I'm learning the character sheet.
Aha, cool. All right, well, that's a good start. Okay, so 2 successes, you said, Arthur.
Yeah.
All right. He's pointing this. He's not pointing a gun at you. You're pointing a gun at him. He's looking at you. He's freaking out. He's speaking in Spanish, and you're getting the impression he's asking who you are. Like, who the fuck are you? Like, he's confused about you.
Is he a soldier?
He is a soldier.
Does he have a weapon on like?
It's not
targeted at all?
It's not pointed at you. It's in his hands, but it's not pointed at you.
Okay.
And you've pointed a gun at him. In fact, at that point, he's probably sort of just holds it out, like in surrender.
Peter, we've got a stowaway here.
Ask your stowaway if he speaks English.
Do you speak English?
A little.
Habla English. Excellent.
A little. Who are you?
Well, I'm Arthur Crane, and this is Peter. I never got his last name.
What are you doing here? You know you're gonna die here.
Why? We're driving a car. We're trying to get into the city.
You're going the wrong way for the city. It's behind us. What the fuck are you doing? You kill those people in the front. Oh my God.
Hey, you know what? If it was either them or us, that's so it's coming down to it right now.
He suddenly zips up the back. You just start shooting?
Yep.
Okay, Dex and firearms, please. Difficulty's going to be 8 for each success because...
blind fire.
Blind firing.
Bastard.
Ask louder? What are we talking about? Oh, I see. These cheeky...
Can't you people do anything without making a noise?
2 successes.
That's right. If you say it loud enough, they understand English. That's correct. 2 successes, did I hear? Okay. Right, you fire 2 bullets through the shroud. You don't know exactly unless you go and peek up to it.
Well, zip it back down again.
You zip it back down? Okay. What you see is a body, a figure, a humanoid figure clambering or rolling out of the back of the truck. If you check the mirror at that point, you'll see the person bounce off the road into the mud.
Well, it's been dealt with, Peter. It's all good. But he tells us we're going the wrong direction if we're going to the city. We should probably turn around.
Which way was Her Majesty going?
The wrong way.
The wrong way. Okay. I don't know who's punishing me this week and what I really did to deserve this, but we better go with her.
At that point, you can see a helicopter approaching the vehicle column from the front.
Oh, isn't that marvelous? I bet you it's got rockets on it, too.
Charlie, the vehicles at the front of the column, the two other trucks, the front in front of you, they have stopped on the road up ahead.
And I can't go past them?
No, they have stopped. They're cutting off the road. Charlie, can you make another
If I go
perception?
fast enough, I can go through anything.
Yeah, that's true. Can you make another perception alertness check, please?
Okay. Perception alertness. 2.
2 successes. All right. Well, what you see is on the other side of the river, just behind the nearby cliff there, maybe 100 meters away on the other side of the river, a helicopter just rises up opposite where you are, and blasts of flaming light come searing out of the barrels on the chain gun attached to the side of it, where the gunner begins firing at you with a huge rotary
and
cannon.
Me! All right,
Bullets are just
time to channel my inner sage.
Okay, the vehicle is getting pockmarks.
And vehicle dodge it.
Full of how you vehicle dodge it.
Yeah,
A
vehicular dodge.
Okay, so this is going to be a dex and drive. You can split your dice pool with dodge.
That seems very complicated. Can't we just celerity it?
Just celerity it. How do you
It's
propose?
so much easier.
How do you propose that works? You're going to flip
Quicker
the vehicle
reactions.
by reacting too fast and flipping the vehicle. You can make a dex and... What's higher, dex and drive or dex and dodge?
Dex and dodge.
Okay, that's what you're making.
Right. 4.
4 successes. That's pretty good. Pretty good indeed.
I was channeling Arthur.
Channeling Arthur.
Yep, he's very good at getting them high scores.
Well, despite the number of bullets that have torn into the vehicle that you're driving, it hasn't hit the engine block and it hasn't hit you. However, you do hear a lot of yelling, shouting, and screaming coming from the back of the vehicle.
I'll just assume it's Arthur whinging again.
Right. Okay. Barry.
What am I seeing?
Where are you? Where did we leave you? You are driving. Right.
Yes.
Driving fourth
with
in a row.
And the guys just rolled out the back.
Right. The guys just rolled out the back. Right. So up ahead now you see, you catch sight of Charlie's vehicle ahead of you. She swerves around a corner. You begin to swerve around that corner behind her, and out from up ahead you can see the first 2 trucks parked in the middle of the road, stopping any vehicles, and a helicopter rising out of across the river, and you can see the reflection of tracer bullets, high energy, nasty, burny, hot ammunition reflecting off the river as they come swooping from the other side of the river from the helicopter's blazing rotary cannon.
Okay. Well, I unzip the back. Is it big enough for me to jump in the back?
Yeah.
I jump in the back and I look for a kind of weapons locker. They might have a rocket launcher or something, or a bazooka or something.
All right. You can make a wits and perception. Wits and investigation. Just rolled. Something just rolled when I clicked on this page.
If it's a good roll, I'll take it.
Yeah, right. Sounds like a
We're
plan.
still in motion, aren't we?
You are.
Well, as soon as
Right,
Peter
so he's
jumps
just
into the
jumped
back, I'm like, what the hell you doing, Peter?
He's driving. Okay, Peter, did you stop the car before you did that, or did you just jump?
I stopped the car.
Okay, that would make sense. So you put the brakes on first.
Yeah.
And so the vehicle comes to a squealing, muddy, slidey, slippery stop. And
Yeah.
then you let go of the steering wheel and jump through the zipper into the back. Okay,
Yeah.
now you're looking for weapons. And this is a perception and investigation. Investigation. Here we go.
I'll immediately take over the driver position anyway. I was just like, "Ah, David, what the hell you doing, Peter?" And I jump into the driver's seat.
Right. 6, 6, 1, 10, 2. So that's 2 successes. With your investigation, you do find a locker. There is a big box underneath the seats on the side. Each of the seats all the way to the back flip up, and inside them are lockers. Okay, so flipping them up, you notice that they're locked, and you're going to have to rip them open. So we're going to make a strength. I mean, you've got potence, and your base strength is 4. Yeah, okay, I'm going to say you rip them open. Okay, so what you're finding is things like AK-47s, and ammunition, some grenades, smoke grenades. There are special boxes within these boxes that are also locked.
Okay, I'll break those open.
You break one of those open? Okay, inside that you find these grenades that look to you different to the others that you've seen, and they're painted red.
Okay.
You find wooden stakes in these boxes.
Okay, so those red ones, I'm assuming, are incendiary grenades.
Right. And you continued moving down the back, and indeed, lo and behold, you find a rocket-propelled grenade launcher.
Okay, I'm gonna get as many grenades as I can.
Mm-hmm. There's about 15 of them.
And I'll get the rocket launcher.
Okay.
Look, I'll have to get out, but I'll obfuscate.
Okay.
Now, I know when I fire the rocket launcher, it's going to break my obfuscate, okay?
Right. Yeah.
All right. So I move my way to where the helicopter is.
Okay, so you would be getting out of the truck.
Yep.
Moving to the front of the truck.
Yeah, obfuscated.
Yep. Setting up for a launch.
Yep. And if there's any cover, like a tree or bush even, I'll sit in the bush.
Okay.
Because my obfuscate will be broken for about...
What you do know is that the distance right now is considerable, because the helicopter is still on the other side of the river, but it is approaching across the river now.
Okay, I'll let it approach.
And there's also the distance between your truck and Zara's truck, which is getting hit by these barrages of intense firing.
Okay, can I move a little bit? As it's moving towards me, can I move a little towards it?
Yeah, you can do that for sure.
Yeah, I'll do that.
And what you notice as you do that is the helicopter seemingly finished with Zara's truck, which now, by the way, Zara doesn't go. At this point, it's received so many showers of high damage ammunition, the engine block is pissing steam and fluid.
Well, fuck.
In the rear view mirror, you see the other truck pull up behind you. The last truck, which you can only assume has whoever on it that you don't, possibly these guys. And then the helicopter turns and starts towards the second truck, which, Barry, you're no longer in. You're moving towards the first truck. And Arthur, what are you doing? Because you're noticing the helicopter beginning to turn on the truck that you're in.
Well, I'm talking. Okay, what are you doing? What are you doing, Peter? I'm on driving here, but I need to do a new direction, and it looks like Zara's vehicle just blew up. Do I hear anything from the back, or
do you hear anything from the back?
Yeah. Or is Peter responding? Is probably a better question.
Peter is not responding, except by.
We still got
radio.
the headsets on, haven't we?
Still got headsets on. You guys got headsets on, both of you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not me.
Okay, you guys can communicate then. Yeah.
I'm about to take out the helicopter, hopefully. But get out of the truck now.
Okay,
Alright,
get
so
out of the truck.
Can you make a dex and dodge, Arthur, as you jump out of the truck, because the helicopter begins annihilating the truck at that moment.
Such a shit roll.
That's not what I want to hear. It's not what you want to hear.
I got a success,
A
but I
success.
can probably... Yeah, I still got some willpower.
Still
Out of
some-
game, our dear new friend should be ready.
Are you?
He
Well,
should be.
That'd
He's
be
got
great.
his character.
But I
he's
need
got
some
everything
very
done right.
specific things to happen in game before he can join. So you guys need to stop
Right.
fucking around in the woods.
Okay, we abandon the woods. We
I was trying to go to the city, man!
Right. Okay. Actually, there is one other option. But I'll see.
Alright.
See what happens. See where we go. All right. So, the helicopter coming in. Barry, you're going to fire the missile, the rocket.
Get a lock first.
All right. So you turn
Get
it
a
on.
lock.
You set
Make
it
sure
up,
I
you
have a
wait
lock.
for the tone, and then. So this is dexterity and firearms. Anything I need to know about this roll?
I'll use the willpower point.
Okay. 5 dice plus a willpower point. Okay. The rocket clips the helicopter and explodes. And the helicopter at first you don't think it's really taken any damage, but then you start to see that it's starting to spin. You get the impression it might not be in full control. I can't hear anything.
Go back to obfuscate.
Back to obfuscate. Okay, that's good. All right. The thing is about this new spinning maneuver that the helicopter seems to be performing is it doesn't seem to be getting any closer to you, and it doesn't really seem to be lining up its cannons on the truck either. So it may well be an evasive maneuver. You can spend another couple of seconds reloading the grenade launcher if you wish.
I will do
I'm
that.
going to do that. Okay.
I will change my position also, just in case so I have to fire from where it saw the last shot.
Very good. Zara, what would you like to do?
Well, I would have gotten out of the exploding vehicle.
Right, so you're going to make a dex and dodge check because that is an exploding vehicle.
Yeah, that's an exploding vehicle.
Yeah,
Exploding is bad.
exploding is bad. And player characters that roll shit dice jumping out of exploding vehicles. Often,
Is that like a Dixon Dodge? Or
If
something?
you're not jumping out of exploding vehicles, you're not playing any kind of tabletop. Come on
I
now.
know, that's right.
Dixon Dodge, I'm just gonna roll Dixon Dodge.
Dex and dodge is the dice. Yes, please.
-1! Yeah!
-1.
Love that for me.
Zara.
Sometimes data's better.
Zara, you are in torpor.
What?
Ooh.
No, you don't realize how much blood pull I have.
You don't realize how cool my character is, god damn it. Okay, well tell me about your fortitude.
I had 2 fortitude.
2 fortitude, okay. And you're gonna make a stamina check.
Yes.
Okay.
See?
Otherwise you're
Alright.
dead.
My stamina is 2. Fortitude's 2.
Stamina's 2.
One sec. Let's go and roll them separately. So my stamina is... Oh, got a -1 for that. My fortitude will be... so 2 successes for fortitude.
2 successes for fortitude.
Yes.
Okay. Alright. You're not dead then. But you do take 4 levels of aggravated damage.
Owies.
So you're a
Aggravated.
crispy critter now. You're blackened, burned, your clothes are fucking gone. You know, functionally at least. Any possessions in your hands and stuff exploded, very hot. Ammunition and gun exploded. Yeah, wet mud saved your life.
Excellent.
Okay, so you roll over in the wet mud and begin to get up, very hurt. Now, at this point, because you have taken 4 levels of aggravated damage, you are at 1, 2, 3, 4 wounded, -2.
Yes.
Unless you have any previous damage that you're not telling me about?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Nope.
Wouldn't put it past her.
I've only ever had superficial damage, so I can heal that like
Okay.
nothing.
Right. And this is your first...
if I'm allowed the chance to, I'm going to smash the little necklace I have and just drink.
Okay.
What that is.
Drink what that is. Okay, well, that automatically heals you by... Can you roll me 4d10, please?
4d10.
Yeah.
All right. 1. Nope, nothing.
Nothing. Okay, well, it heals you by 1 level of aggravated damage.
Okay. That's better than
bringing
nothing,
you down from mauled to wounded, putting you at -2 still.
-1.
Oh, -1?
I wasn't mauled. I was wounded.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, -1 now. Okay, cool.
Yes.
Excellent.
Which is better for me.
That is better for you. All right, so Arthur,
Yes.
what are you doing, Arthur? Tell me things.
So the vehicle that we were in, that
Yep.
Peter told me to jump out of, is it completely blown up?
It's about to
Torched,
be
dead?
Well, actually, no, because the helicopter, the guns are off track. It didn't actually shoot that truck before it started spinning.
So I'll kind of pause my movement as I'm exiting the vehicle. Then, if I notice that the helicopter is no longer training on me, do what I see Zara get lit?
Yes. Yes, you do.
Okay, well, we need to GTFO. Go to that city. That is priority. I'm going to for running motion to get to her. Would it be strength and athletics?
Strength and athletics. Yep.
Okay, well, I'm going to do something that Peter told me I could do. I'm going to pump blood into my strength.
All right, you can do that. You discover that right now.
Yep.
All right, great. Strength and athletics. You can have an experience point towards athletics, Arthur.
Yeah.
Sarah's not having a good time.
Nah, it's fine.
3 successes.
3 successes, okay. So you go pelting towards the location where Zara has just survived an explosion. She's crawling out of the mud back to her feet, and you go pelting in that direction, and that's the speed check, yeah? That was the idea? All right.
Yep.
Okay, so you're now behind the wreckage of the other truck where Zara is.
Yep.
Okay, that truck is now rolled on its side, by the way. It's lifted up and rolled. Blackened smoke pouring out of it. The interior of it is on fire. You can hear groaning and you can smell blood from the inside.
I'm not hungry. I'm not hungry.
Peter, you've reloaded the gun, the launcher. The chopper is listing as it gets
I'll wait for a
low.
lock.
Okay, so you're locking on and you're firing. Do you want another willpower point, or are you not going to spend willpower this time?
No.
No?
Not this time.
Not this time, okay. So it's just 5 dice. Here we go. And the second rocket flies past the chopper. Up into the sky.
Oh, Barry's out of here.
You can see him pissed. Understandably so. Understandably.
With a lock, it goes right past.
Apparently it didn't lock very well. At this point, you're probably noticing that this missile launcher is from the Vietnam War. So it's pretty old. It's
Sorry, but that explains absolutely everything.
right.
Yeah, because there's also 2 types of locks. There's a soft lock and a hard lock.
Right.
And hard locks can only be launched from something that actually has some sort of thermal recognition.
Here's the sadder part. Peter doesn't know that.
Yeah.
Right. This is all fair. Okay, so you fired again. Zara, what are you doing? You're up out of the mud. Arthur has just arrived to where you are. Peter, you fired your second shot and missed.
I obfuscate quickly and...
Right, there's a trail of smoke in the air where the missile went.
And I run towards Zara.
Okay, the three of you now are in collective space.
As I do, I throw
you.
those grenades under the trucks, the other trucks.
Under the other... Okay, all the way over to the other trucks.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fair. How many are you going to throw? Like, just, you like 1, 2, 3?
Just roll them under.
Throw the whole bag?
No, just...
One at a... Sorry, can't hear you there.
As I go past the trucks, I'll throw it.
You're not going to go past them, Barry. To get to where she is, you're not going past them. You're going... They're on the other side of her truck. They were at the front. She stopped behind them. You stopped behind her.
I'll just throw the whole bag.
Over her truck to the other trucks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And you obviously are going to take the pin out of at least one of them.
Yes.
Okay.
No, 2 of them.
2 of them? Okay.
Yep.
All right, so we are making a... This is Dex and Athletics today for Peter Ricks. Let me line that up. Dexterity, Athletics. Any blood into Dex?
Yes.
Yeah. How many blood into Dex? You can spend up to 2 points.
Yep.
Okay, so it's going to be a full mod of 2.
And after I've thrown it, I'll grab Zara and get her out of there.
All right. And you get 1 success, remarkably. Only 1 success. Okay, so the bag of grenades, woof, over the top. One of them goes off and remarkably does not set off the whole bag of grenades. Must have just been wrapped around the corner of a tire or something. There must have been something just in the way that deflected the mass damage. However, 1 grenade still goes off and hits the truck quite significantly. You suspect anybody inside it might have been shocked, hurt, surprised, if not even, maybe even killed. There is a chain reaction whereupon the truck's tank catches fire and then explodes. That sets off the other grenades. The whole road is just on fire. There's a wall of fire and truck and wreckage and glass and shit raining down out of the sky around you. Everybody that's not a vampire, or should I say everybody that's not a human, should make a self-control check against Rostrek.
Self-control 4. 1 success.
1 success. 1 success. Okay, well, that's barely enough to maintain your sanity as shit comes flying around you. There's really nowhere to run for you, Arthur, so you stay put. There's stuff landing in front of you and behind you and next to you, and there's nowhere to run. So, fortunately, it doesn't land on you, but still. Zara.
I got 2.
2 successes.
I'm just going to walk into the forest, away from this.
Okay, so you walk,
and then walk towards town.
Okay, so you just turn around into the jungle, start walking back towards the town.
Yes.
Okay, and Barry.
Well, like I said, I grabbed her, and if she needs help, I'm walking in the same direction.
Okay, so Peter and Zara heading back to town. Arthur, did you see this? Do we need to make a check to see if you see this? Perception.
I don't know. Am I still stunned and shocked with Rorschach?
You can still make a perception check, though. I'm doing dice ASMR.
3 successes.
While we're playing.
Well, that's getting me, Randy.
Yeah. That wasn't hard.
Oh, it's not?
Yeah, you notice them heading into the forest, into the jungle.
All right.
Yeah.
Now,
at this point, is anybody taking anything with them? What have you got in your hands? I need an inventory.
Apparently nothing, because you took everything away from me.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take the remnants of the crucifix.
Oh, yep. The crucifix survived.
Yeah, I'm sure it did.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I think what we should do is you guys
something
should make a list of
moderately
what you've got.
important. How long was I stunned? Just was it briefly or
briefly? Very briefly.
Okay, never mind then. That's fine.
Unless you have some dramatic action to fulfill by dragging this out more, you know.
No, it would have just been for background story because of the burst bubble coming through. But if it was a fraction of a second, there would not have been enough trauma for it to even matter. So it's fine.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to take a 5-minute break so you can have your bio. And Lawrence, we're going to come back to you. And we're going to start the next little session with you in town. Okay?
Yep.
And then these guys can walk into town. And they'll enter.
Technically,
they'll enter into that scene. So it might be a longish scene to begin with.
You're catching me? Literally at the perfect time. I had just sent you a message on the side like, hey, it is getting a little late, and I joined in last minute. Wasn't actually preparing for being up this late. Might have to join in next time. And then you're like, hey, it's your turn. I'm like, all right, I'm here.
Damn you. Well, I just wanted to, like a 2-minute break between now and then. Is that all right with you?
The poor sleepy dude.
Okay? Can you suffer through this? You did.
Oh, yes.
All right. We'll be back in a couple of minutes, and Lawrence, you can get ready to bring it on.
You got it.
Be right back.
I'll see you guys in a couple minutes.
So, are you off to do some things?
Take a couple puffs off of a cigarette. But
okay,
what's
no,
up?
you should definitely do that. I normally use these breaks as a means to catch up with everyone because like a lot of the chat will come in and they won't necessarily know everything about what we're doing.
Fair enough.
In your case, this could be a nice moment for you to say about your own chat, or about your own Twitch. You could say things about.
This is plugins. Okay.
Yeah.
I am playing Lawrence, a character yet to be introduced. However, I go by the moniker Isaac H on Twitch. That is AYESAAC. It's a bit unique. My mom thought she was creative. It is my middle name. But you guys can find me on Isaac H on Twitch, and I am currently streaming all of this. Yes, forever.
Yeah. You're like you're like Ludwig, who streamed for like months.
Right. I need to be more like Ludwig because he exploded super fast, and I need to get another job soon to cover my bills. So
Jesus.
Right.
What were you doing?
As of right now, nothing.
Yeah. You've got your
I
papa?
have not been employed for a while. My mother had unfortunately passed last year.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And the inheritance is what allows me to be here with you guys today. I got a lot of the Twitch things going from the inheritance, but now that is drying up and Twitch isn't bill covering worthy yet.
Yeah.
It's time to hit the job market again.
Yes. At least till you can supplement this. At least till you can supplement this. Which is cool. Honestly, I am enjoying your Twitch so much. I love that you got a dog, and I love that that all you have to do is type in !cypher and you can feed him.
I have been trying to get my mind ready to do a rather massive project. I want to be able to make commands, some with variable responses for almost every word of the English dictionary. So anybody that comes into chat could just type in !, a word, and something will happen. So if ever I'm too distracted or Chad is dead, you guys can jump in and kind of do your own thing, explore some of the commands that there are, and maybe find some hidden crap. I just have yet to implement it.
I mean, that's a huge task. Huge. Yeah.
I tell myself to do it in parts. I can jump on, make just a couple of commands a day.
Yeah.
But then when I jump on my computer, I'm like, well, instead of making 5 commands, why not just go live?
Yeah. Yeah.
So I end up live instead.
Right.
Welcome back.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So you've figured out your inventory, I'm sure, by now. These guys.
Inventory, maybe not.
No, not you.
I've got the majority of my stats
You're good.
led by Zahara or Charlie.
Cool.
But beyond that, it's been more of a waiting for direction.
Right.
Yes.
Well, long story short is that, Lawrence, you've arrived in Paraguay by plane. You came through the capital city, and then you took a short flight to another location, another small town from where you were picked up by a government car and driven here. They had guards, actually, from the airport following you, with you all the way. You haven't really been left alone. And finally, you've gotten to this far-out province. It's taken many, many hours to get here, and you're way out in the middle of nowhere, and you've learnt very little. I mean, maybe you've asked questions. If you'd like to ask me some questions, feel free. I might be able to give you some answers and some circumstances in which they happened.
Is the security detail that I currently have with me a usual occurrence when I travel?
To some degree. It has happened a number of times, and it usually suggests that you're going into some sort of territory where, the government is unstable, military might be active, there might be, rebels, or possibly even, if it's somewhere like Mexico, it might be drug cartels. So this has happened before, yeah, but these guys, they're clearly working. They're not working for you,
Right, they're just to make sure that I make it to my destination safely.
I do have one stipulation for your character, and that is they do need to speak Spanish. That would be really helpful.
Okay.
That should be something that you should record on your character sheet. The one thing that's missing here. Okay, so you've arrived in this province, and then having driven through the province, you get to this massive fucking fence line. And the road takes you along the fence line for a while, and so you get to this post, like a guard post, with a beam thing that comes down across the road, and there's security standing around with AK-47s, and they've got searchlights and stuff. You would have come probably during the day, though, to be fair. And so that you showed them your papers and what have you, and you've come into this area. You will have had a... what would be your story? Because we're putting this all together very last minute here.
We are. I have not built a background at all.
Right. So you have to have a cover story, really, for being here that has got nothing to do with what you're really here for. Let me think. Possibly it's a land dispute thing that you're here to talk about with one of the NPCs that I gave you earlier, whom I have listed somewhere over here. Where did I put them? Here we go. Okay. So let's say that your official mission is to deliver a special package to the World Health Organization here, who have a small booth, but they're not open when you get there, and so you go to the front door, and you knock on the door, nobody's there to unlock it or let you in. There is a rather sleazy bar that doesn't even have a name. There is a paramilitary control post there. There's a little church there, the Church of the Holy Virgin Mary. That's pretty much what you know, and thusly you probably wind up going to the tavern, to the bar maybe? I don't know. What do you think? There is...
Before the tavern, I would probably, since the person that I'm looking for is a part of the World Health Organization, if I
Right.
couldn't seem to get a response there, I might, again, assuming it's within reasonable distance, check the paramilitary base just to see if, since there is a collaboration typically between military and health organizations, if there is any information that I can find there.
Right.
And if and when I come up empty-handed,
Right.
then I'd go to the tavern.
Okay. Very good. So when you go to the paramilitary post, you come across these two guards standing outside the front, and you speak to them. What do you say to them?
I am, what am I named? Lawrence. I'm Lawrence. I am currently here to serve, or not serve papers, speak with, I would assume I'm looking for Frederick, yes?
I think so. You have your papers? I need to see your
Yes, my papers are here, looking for Frederick with the World Health Organization.
Okay. They go through your papers and check them over. He says, this is very unusual, but okay. We're going to need you to stay in a room at the tavern for the time that you're here. Do you understand?
All right.
Okay.
I do understand, however, may I have my papers back? If you need to make copies, that's fine. However, I'd rather not leave without them.
We would prefer to keep hold of them for now, until you're ready to leave. We can keep them safe here. There's a lot of banditry and things going on in the town of San Pedro. We can look after
Understandable.
Good.
I will revisit tomorrow to pick those up.
Thank you. And they lock them in a safe for you. And then you head off out of there, I take it.
Yes, I would head at that point to the tavern to check in, find a room, maybe have a drink before I lay down.
Okay. All right. Very good. So that's where you are when these guys come wandering into town several hours later in the darkness that night. So you will have spent the night in the tavern. There's no TV reception. The radio only has local stations. You can make a wits and investigation check.
Okay.
You got this. You can do it.
Figure out how exactly I do this with
Okay.
roll 20.
Go down to the bottom.
To
go
the
down
box.
Yeah, where the drop-down menus are.
It's like two little lines of things.
Yeah, there's two parallel sets
can't-
of boxes of drop-down menus.
Yeah.
And you can drop them down to set up your different roles, and then you click the button on the side, and then you have to
Stay
tell it the
there.
modifier, and you just click OK twice.
Yeah, where it says dice pulls.
Yeah.
You're looking too high.
I am definitely looking too high because where I'm looking, I see the 3 successes and then a box, and then as Isaac and send, I'm not seeing.
Okay, if you go back to your character sheet,
Okay.
then halfway down your character sheet, dice pulls in red.
On your
Okay.
character sheet, not the menu, the map.
Yep. So this is your character sheet. Dice pulls in red. Then you've got like a bunch of drop-down menus, and you can choose.
Okay.
On the left, you can choose your what did I say? Perception or wits
You see
in this
where
case.
it's like that red writing? Yep.
He's,
There.
Okay.
He's
Perception
streaming, so I can see
and
him.
oh, sorry, wits and investigation in this case.
Yes.
what's an investigation? Okay.
Yeah.
What's in the first box? Yeah.
Nope, that's finance.
That's not going to help you here. No.
Not much.
No.
Money helps everything.
And
And
the
Arthur
Lawrence-
knows about that.
Lawrence, you do
I
have
do
in
not
your
believe I have.
possession a rather large briefcase that has that is locked and is part of what you are here for.
Okay.
How did that check go? Did you manage to make it?
What is the difficulty?
The difficulty is 6. Usually the difficulty
Okay.
is 6. It's almost never different unless I say so.
I did not add mods because I'm not sure. Oh, wait.
Nope.
Sorry. Looking over my sheet.
You got this,
Investigation,
man.
I have a 2 to it.
Yep.
And wits, I have a... Where am I?
1, 2, 3, 4. 2 plus
Also
2?
a 2.
Yep.
So an
So
extra
that's right.
4.
4 dice. Okay.
You got a 1 success. You've already rolled it. Although
Okay.
you rolled it with specialization.
I was going to attempt to re-roll it now that I knew what I was doing.
right.
Full mod plus 4, difficulty 6. 6 successes. I'll take the 1.
Whoa,
That feels like cheating. That feels like cheating.
Oh, this is weird. What have you done?
What have I done?
What have you done?
All right, you've got 4 dice.
You got 4 dice, yes.
So basically,
I'm gonna roll 4 dice.
you roll. You hit the little dice next to it. Pull mod is 0. Difficulty is 6.
All right, you got a 10.
Okay, so the pull mod was 0. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
the 1 initially was correct. My bad.
Yes.
It should in fact
yeah.
be 0 in the pull mod.
Yep.
Yes.
You haven't.
No, he means it is
Oh,
one
one
success
success,
was
right.
correct.
I get
yes.
you. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
that's good.
All right, so 1 success for your investigation. What you notice, you get the overall sense that this town is a bit strange, and there's something going on above and beyond just the usual drug dealy business. The stuff on the radio is very religious, and you're also getting the occasional when you swivel around on the dial, you pick up stations that are a little bit further away. And they speak about this area being very dangerous. Stay away from the tigers that live here.
Okay. Do I know anything about the tigers, or is that anything that I can make a...
You want to investigate further into that?
I would.
You can make another check on that. You can make an intelligence and investigation check.
Mod 0.
Yep.
Mod 0. Yeah.
1 success.
One
I know
success.
close to nothing.
Close to nothing. Well, you believe they might be some kind of political or religious rebel group?
Okay.
That's the impression from the context that you are given?
Okay. All right. I would like to review my documents one last time.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Probably before heading to bed.
Okay. All right. So you're going to head to bed. Do you, at any point, talk to the bartender or any of the staff?
I feel like I would have to upon arriving either get a room or most likely get a meal before heading to bed. I know I skipped a lot of that. I apologize,
no, that's
but
cool. I did too. So that's why we're retrofitting little bits and pieces to sprinkle out the story. Okay, so you will have spoken to the bartender guy. His name was Duego. In fact, you know what? Well, let's make it Diego, because that's even more correct Spanish, I think. So you spoke to Diego, and Diego has basically given you this room. What you've learnt is that you don't think Diego does very much around here. There seems to be somebody else here that works most of the time, who does most of the bar and what have you. It's mostly for officers from the military, the paramilitary. Few other people come in here, but from time to time, you might have learned that. In fact, while you're there, a fellow in a white suit comes in and crosses to the bar.
okay. I would likely be at a table, not the bar itself, since I would have ordered a meal.
Yep. Okay.
But the suit, I feel like, would stand out to me, and
Yeah.
I would try to listen in if there was anything I could pick up without
Right.
approaching them initially.
He crosses to the bar and in an accent speaking Spanish. Can you make a wits and linguistics check?
Wits and linguistics.
Just to see how good is your Spanish on this day.
Watch, this will be the only thing that's super great.
Let's go. Come on.
Mod 0, difficulty 6. 2 successes.
2 successes.
Yeah.
You suspect that he is not a native Spanish speaker, although his Spanish is very good. He has a British accent in his Spanish.
Okay.
And he just orders a meal. He just goes up and orders a meal, and he orders a specific drink. There's not a lot of selection here, by the way. Yeah, and a lot of the food is kind of like reheated stuff or imported packets of stuff.
Am I able to, or at least for the time that I had been here, listen in to see if anybody else was maybe non-native? Is he the first person who really stands out both for the attire and for the accent?
Thus far, yes. But there is somebody who's been sitting in the corner the whole time. Some young-looking fellow. Has been here all night, nursing a drink. Hasn't really drunk much of it. Yeah. Now you guys
The one
can
that's sitting in
turn
the
up
back
anytime you
probably
like.
hasn't much caught my attention. I'd likely call out to the one in the suit.
Okay.
In Spanish, stating something along the lines of, Oi, outsider. I'm also new here. I've got a spare seat.
He turns
Come
around
take us.
and sees you and starts. Good evening, sir. He says in Spanish. Can I help you? You're not from around
Just
here,
looking
I
to make
guess.
friendly, considering we both seem to be about new to these parts.
Yes.
I'm new around here, don't know much of the ongoings, and judging from your attire and your accent, I assume you also aren't from around here much either.
No. I'm Frederick Bass. I'm from England, of course. I work with the World Health Organization. That's why I'm here. In fact, you're lucky to catch me. I'm leaving tomorrow. I won't be around for a few weeks.
Frederick.
Where are you
Frederick
from?
Bass. I was
Yes.
actually looking for you earlier.
Oh, you were?
I am
Oh.
Lawrence Brookburn.
Pleasure to
And
meet you, Lawrence. Pleasure to meet
though
you.
I have a message for you, it has unfortunately been left with the paramilitary base.
Oh. You mean you're talking about Commander Barbarossa?
Yes, I left it in their care at the moment for them to verify since I wasn't able to find you at the World Health Organization.
Yes,
I figured I would have checked with.
Yes, it's sort of a perfunctory office, really, to be honest with you. We don't tend to man it all the time. There's not a lot we can do here in the face of the current crisis. You know, it's difficult. You have to understand there's a lot of roadblocks between us getting the aid here and being able to actually disseminate it. And you'll find that a lot of the time we just don't get the trucks in at all. Who are you
Honestly,
working with?
Frederick,
You didn't say who you
I came in with an escort, and though I've heard talk of various things that are going on, I'm largely uninformed of what's happening here. I've noticed quite an odd atmosphere, but I haven't found anyone to really tell me what's going on. What is
Right.
happening in this town?
Right. Well, it's a little tricky to explain. Whereabouts did you say you were from again?
I am from. Where am I from?
Well, you're from wherever you want to be from, but you work for Opus International.
Okay. Well, in that case, I am from the Southern Islands of America. I am from the I completely forgot what the islands are called. From there.
From there. All right. Well, you get back to me when you've got that figured out.
Right.
But
right.
he asks you, you know, where who you work for. Basically, is what he's getting at.
I am with the Opus International.
Opus. That sounds familiar. They're a lot of banking and finance, if I'm not wrong.
Yes, I myself am a lawyer representing many of our clientele and have been sent here with a correspondence specifically for you. But again,
from Opus.
Again, I'm not 100% sure who from. The letter itself was sealed and it was passed to me to deliver.
Do I need to sign something? Is there some sort of package that I need to be signed for or something like that?
Signed for reception? No, my word is good enough. However, I don't know if they'll require a response. Okay, time out. Go on.
At a game, you guys can arrive in the town anytime you want.
Yes, don't let me dominate the show.
Well, the objective is to bring everybody together. Great. That's the primary objective, is to bring.
Sure, we'll just pop in now. I will have taken some clothes from Arthur.
Okay, so as you're coming out of the jungle, and you can see the town, you can see the electric lights.
I ripped apart your shirt.
Can you make perception? Charlie, concentrate.
I am.
You're not.
No, the most important thing is what I'm wearing currently.
That's fair. Can you make perception alertness checks, please?
Perception alertness.
Yeah, I mean, I would have had to have torn up what very little of my own clothing was even functional.
2.
Peter would have said, why don't you just steal it off the line?
Okay, Barry, that's -1 successes. You're obviously very conflicted, distracted.
I'm annoyed with these two.
Okay. All right, fair enough. So, when you come wandering into this township, what do we get for your perception alertness checks? I know Barry got -1, you got 1, 2. And you got 2. You can see from a distance a Jeep parked on the corner at the entrance to the town with a fucking .50 caliber machine gun on the back of it. A couple of guards standing around. You can see guards and military presence in this town in a number of places. You can see the helicopter pad at the back. Currently, no helicopter. What else can you see? You can see there's a small bar. Looks like it might have a couple of rooms, but it's very local. It's not a Best Western. It's definitely not the Paris, you know, the Hilton, should I say. The Paris Hilton. No, it's definitely not that. So yeah, that's
let's go to the Paris Hilton over there.
As you're coming into the town, you can see a number of people sitting on the street, drinking, smoking, playing cards, that kind of thing. They're watching you from a distance as you approach. At this point, they're just figures in the distance, and you're walking up the road towards them.
So are we walking towards the military personnel, or are we walking towards the people that are gambling on the sidewalk?
I think you're walking towards some gamblers, behind whom are some military personnel, behind whom are some more gamblers and some street people wandering around. You see. So is there
a way that we can kind of weave, or at least make a direct approach to the bar?
Okay. Yeah, I think you can probably do that, but you will need to make at least one stealth check.
That's never good.
Barry, what do you look like right now? Are you obfuscated? You fully obfuscated, or?
I look like I look like a tourist, actually.
A tourist. Okay. Interesting.
I'm not being stealthy at all.
You're not being stealthy at all, and Arthur?
For a person that doesn't speak. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, it's just not going to go well. Yeah. Here, I'll just roll it. I can't find the fucking thing on the list. Nope, that is a 0.
Oh.
0, okay. Okay, so you're heading up the road to the bar. You go past a number of people. They all look at you like they're seeing aliens, as far as they're concerned. And you walk past them. You get to the bar. Barry, what did you say you look like? You're obfuscated.
Tourist.
That's right. Okay. A kid comes running out and starts jumping at your leg, Barry. He's asking for something. You think it must be money. He must be asking for money or begging for money or something.
We'll give him some money from that money we got in the chest.
Okay.
But, yeah.
A couple of seconds later, there's another 3 kids begging you for money now.
Hey, I get a little, like, 4 lots of whatever their money is.
Yep.
I know you told us what it was, but I forgot.
Yeah.
And I just throw it out there.
Okay. And now there's 8 kids.
Yeah. Okay, go that way. All the money's that way.
Okay, you don't speak Spanish.
I'm speaking English.
They follow you all the way to the front of the bar. And as they do, you get to the bar and you walk in. As you do, you hear the sound of a Jeep drive past behind you as you close the door. So, Lawrence, you look up as several figures walk in, 3 of them, in fact. Describe yourselves to Lawrence, please, starting with Peter. Well, he's a tourist. We know what he looks like. He's wearing a loud shirt, I assume.
Yeah, very loud shirt with a camera.
With a camera around his neck.
With a camera.
With a camera.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Arthur?
Well, he needs a fanny pack as well.
Fanny pack, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Arthur comes to the door just like completely bedraggled. His hair and beard is coated in mud and clay. His pants are, well, barely pants, or more like shorts that may have actually had a function as pants originally. His shirt has been completely torn off, and what is left of his jacket is on Zero. So he looks like a clay-covered bum.
And do these guys smell a little bit of cordite?
Probably.
From all the gun shooting? Does there... Maybe that was a while ago. Been in the mud.
Been a while.
It's been a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So they look a bit roughed up and a bit fucked up. Are they bleeding? Is anyone bleeding or covered in blood?
Probably Zara.
Zara's burned.
Probably Zara.
Zara got burned up.
Yeah.
So she's crispy fried chicken.
So Zara's quite tan. She's Arabian. She's quite beautiful. She has like browny gold eyes. Not that you can see that because she's burnt to shit. She has like one of those like half shaved, lots of hair on one side. So, that sort of situation. She is currently wearing Arthur's jacket, and probably that's it. And some shoes.
To which, upon witnessing the 3 of you, I immediately turn back to Frederick and ask him, are they doing midnight drills at the base or something? Because
Frederick looks back at you and he says, I'm sorry, I don't know who these people are. They're complete strangers, but they're not going to last long just like that around here.
Slowly turn away from the group that just came in and take a drink.
Lawrence, can you make an intelligence and investigation check, please?
Of course. Intelligence and there it is.
Kindly.
And 3.
3.
Nice.
Well then, each success represents one of the ID photos that you saw of these 3 individuals, and you know exactly that these are the people you're supposed to talk to. Putting you in a bit of a funny position because, obviously...
Because I just told
they look like
Frederick
complete pariahs to you.
That too. To which I will look at them all and go, at least it's not a Monday.
Do you say that out
I'm going to wait
loud?
for them to come in and take a seat, but
As
at
you're
least it's not a Monday.
as you say that to him, the guy that you're sitting with, that guy, Frederick Bass.
Frederick.
He says to you, so how long have you been down here?
I've arrived just today, but hold that thought. I will come back to talk to you once I'm able to get my papers back from the paramilitary base. I believe.
Ooh. Did you give your
something just came up?
Did you give your papers to them?
I did.
Hmm.
They told me that they would have to hold them for security and verification.
Tell me if you have any
despite
trouble
me-
getting those back off them, because they're not always, well, congenial with these types of things.
Considering how much of a fight it was just to get them to make a copy of my papers, I'm assuming it's going to be a little bit of a tussle.
Are we speaking in English or Spanish right now, by the way?
Spanish.
Okay.
Spanish. The entire time has been Spanish with them.
Right, cool. Just making sure. Cool. Okay. So these guys are sitting in the corner speaking in Spanish. What does Lawrence look like?
Yeah.
Is he from Hawaii, Puerto Rico, Dominican Republic?
Dominican Republic is
from
what I was
Switzerland.
thinking more.
Nice.
The Cayman Islands, Asia. I don't know. A little bit beefier, buffer than I am. About the same skin tone, flatter nose, wider face. Like you would expect someone from Hawaii to look, but
So he's
since
the
I'm
Rock.
terrible with geology. Yeah,
He's the Rock.
The Rock, but a little bit thicker.
Thicker than
He's-
the Rock.
he's-
Thicker.
Yeah, he's not like more muscular than the Rock. It's I'm muscular, but I've got that like layer of fat over it, so I'm
Right.
almost husky.
Okay.
So you're
but
not
quite.
thick, you're just thick.
Right.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Aw.
Cool. All right. So this
Love
guy's
that. I
sitting in
love
the
that.
corner.
You
What
know,
is he
combat
wearing?
ability.
Is he wearing a suit? Is he wearing a tie?
He came initially for business, so he did come in a suit with a tie.
Right.
The undershirt loud, but the over everything not to stand out, like black pinstripe, but like a super peach with weird design undershirt. You'd have to actually talk to me to see what pops, but
Right. The other thing that you will have discovered, Lawrence, is that there is no cell phone reception here.
and that was to great dismay.
Yeah, I imagine so. Okay, so you guys have spied one another, and what are you guys doing now? The three of you come in. The bartender looks up. The foreigner at one of the tables looks up. Lawrence, who you don't know as Lawrence, looks up. A couple of other people look up and see you. A couple of people sort of start to stand up. The bartender looks at you guys and he leans across the counter. He says something in Spanish to you. Arthur, you can make a check to see if you can figure it out.
Yep. Linguistics plus wits.
I start like signing like telephone.
3 successes.
Telephone.
3 successes. So he's basically saying something about you can't come in here like that. Or do you need help? What do you need? Are you okay?
Yeah. Well,
That's some clothes too. I start saying all these things to Arthur, knowing that he doesn't understand.
Okay, so Lawrence and Peter, you can hear them speaking English, I'm assuming.
so I relay to Peter. Peter, they're asking or saying we can't be in here dressed like this. I think you're okay, but we might need a little bit of dinero to, grease the wheels, so to speak.
Dinero.
Yeah, cash. Whatever.
Clothes. I start signing. We need clothes. I need clothes.
We need clothes, you're saying.
Excuse me.
And
Don't
tell them
talk me. I
I've
need more.
Okay.
Well, yeah, of course we need clothes, but you
And
know,
I'm
last I
burnt.
checked, we're not in we're not at J.C. Penney's right now.
Tell them that we are travelers and our van
Exploded.
exploded. Our van exploded.
So, Lawrence, you're overhearing all of this, right?
Can you just
tell them our camper van exploded?
Yeah, it can't be a Peter. Just give me a stack of cash. Yeah, I'll take care of it. It's fine. Just give me a stack of cash.
I give you a stack of cash because I did have a stack of cash.
Okay,
I'm sure that wouldn't have burned
a
off
few
of me,
people in the
so.
room, their eyes light up when you take out a stack of cash.
I had like 10,000.
So I walk up to the bartender, like, hey, bartender. So we're gonna need a place to stay. We're gonna need some clothes. We're gonna need some food. Even
he turns and he says something out loud in Spanish. And Frederick looks over to you, Lawrence. He says, "Excuse me, sir. I'm going to have to sort something out. It seems my charitable skills are in request." And he stands
Seems you
up.
might be heading towards the same group I believe I need to meet with. So would you mind if I followed you up?
I see. This fellow in the back of the room stands up from his table, this is Frederick, obviously. Short hair, looks like a businessman, blonde, impeccable kind of outfit that he's wearing, suit, rimmed glasses. "Excuse me, can I help you at all? You seem to be having trouble with the local language."
about the local language. No, I'm speaking just fine. I'm just trying to get some services here. None of it's your business.
You do understand this place doesn't really offer services, so to speak.
Well, I'm not looking for those services. I'm not into you.
No. They're actually very private. This is a private bar.
I start signing. Who the fuck are you?
He signs back to you. I rolled for this, and I rolled extraordinarily high dice.
It's amazing.
He signs back to you, and he says, "Frederick Bass, ex-UNICEF. I work for, who did I say? The World Health Organization."
Does he sign
really?
that? Yeah, he signs all of that.
Doesn't mean no good.
Does me no good.
He actually he probably speaks it out loud as he does it, like the Prime Minister does when she's making her COVID announcements.
And I kind of take you work for the World Health Organization.
Yes.
Hey, well, I'm Arthur Crane. I work out of the infectious disease offices in London. The field office.
Oh. Well, that's very interesting. What brings you here? Are you all right? Your clothes seem to be. Have you been out in the mud?
We had a bit of an altercation. We went out for a joyride, but a bus blew up.
Blew up. Goodness, things are out of control, aren't they? I need to get out of here. I'm leaving tomorrow, actually, but should be away for a few weeks. So what are you all doing here? How did you get in?
I start saying, "Do you have anything I can wear? I'm only wearing this jacket."
Oh my goodness, of course. I'm so sorry, dear.
I'm like covering myself.
Look, why don't you all come with me and we'll pop over to the health organization. I'll see what I have in terms of donations and clothes and things. I'm sure we can find something.
Like, I pat Peter on the arm.
I'll go with that.
Now, look, before you go, I'm just going to have a look outside the door, make sure nobody's around. We don't want to be spotted by those... The soldiers around here will make trouble for us. He pops out the door and has a look. He says, "All right, let's go, quickly."
Okay, we go. But I signed to Arthur.
You walk from...
I signed to Arthur. I like this guy.
You walk from alley to alley, street to street, until you get to the World Health Organization's little office, which is basically parked up in the back end of the church. It's like, basically, it's the arse end of the church.
Best part of the church.
Yeah, the best part of the church. That's right, and that's from experience. That's not, actually, I don't have a lot of experience with churches.
Yes, under the church. I mean, that just sounds like what a clergyman would say.
Not that I would admit. Right. Okay, so you get to the World Health Organization. He takes out his key and he unlocks the door and pops in and takes you inside his meager offices. There is air conditioning, so there's that, and he turns it on as you go in. It's quite nice.
By regression.
Yeah, so welcome. This is what we've got here. Unfortunately, we've got another power cut today. Unfortunately, this seems to be a regular occurrence. The power doesn't seem to stay on for more than about 3 hours, and that's usually in the morning. That's where I get most of my work done. The rest of the time, it's boozing and sleeping for me. I've read about 4 novels since I've been here. Be surprised. So anyway, now what we've got in terms of clothes. We'll have a look over here in the donation boxes. He starts going through stuff.
I will help him.
Yeah.
I'm very particular, so.
All right. Well, you notice there's a lot of donation clothes that have come in from places like Mexico City and other places around the South Americas and so forth, all the way up to America. Yeah. So you find some clothes. Do you want to make me a wits and investigation check to see how much the higher you roll, the more control you have over your costume?
Okay.
Does anybody else want to make this roll because they would like to
Nope.
replace anything that they're wearing? Did you say
I guess
no?
he's just giving me whatever.
Okay, so you're wearing like work clothes. You've got like jeans or overalls, t-shirts, denim, a lot of stuff that looks like it should have died in the 1980s.
Well, I guess it doesn't really matter to me too much. It's not like I'm in my own element.
Right.
I will try and make it my own. So, like, I'll roll up the pants
Yep.
to like my shin, and yeah, just try and make it my own.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
You find some shoes that fit. They're like really brightly colored Nike knockoff basketball boots, something like that.
I mean, that's pretty good.
They're like bright yellow.
Yeah. Who cares? all sports shoes are bright colors.
Yeah, I mean the only
For some
downside to them
dumb
is they're
reason.
fluorescent. You can see them at night. They make good targets. But that's you could cover them in blood or something. That goes brown, right?
Sure.
You'll shoot your feet off.
Okay, so
I mean, Lawrence is here. We could just skin him.
So Lawrence, you did say that you wanted to talk to me, and you mentioned you wanted to talk to these fellows too. Is that
Correct. I had paperwork to deliver to you that I told you I dropped off at the
I see.
paramilitary
Now you
base.
need to get that back from them, don't you?
Yes. However, I do have to speak to these 3 as well, as I have a document for them also.
Out again,
which I did
it's a
not.
bag. It's a bag. It's a whole.
Oh, okay.
It's a whole briefcase.
Okay, I thought I took papers out of the briefcase and was
Sorry.
specifically looking for a WHO man when I went to paramilitary.
That's okay. That's okay. We can work with that then. That's okay. We can say that there's a
And
package.
if I
in the
had
we have a package.
Since
in the
I
briefcase.
wasn't aware of them being at the WHO or anything, I wouldn't have thought to have taken the documents out to ask about them at the paramilitary, at least in my headcanon. How you would like to run this, let me know.
Blah, blah, blah. Blah.
I will go up and take a look at them, I suppose.
So
Do I have papers for them?
So you have papers for them? You do have the papers for them. Okay. I would suggest. Okay, so let's say you've left something with the paramilitary, your own papers, your own passport, that stuff.
Yes, my
personal
documents for being here.
Right. Yeah. Okay, that makes sense. And so those documents are the WHO documents.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. And so you've got the documents and shit for these guys with you. Okay. In which case you take out a packet, a large box, and put it on the table, I suppose. It's been wrapped up in brown paper. It's got a lot of sticky tape on it, which you have to rip through to get into. Inside it, there is an envelope with a bunch of photographs The photographs have pictures of individuals who look like they're part of the paramilitary organization and local government around here. There is also a photograph of an individual who looks like a Caucasian fellow with white hair, wearing some sort of robe, surrounded by local people who seem to be listening to him talking.
Evangelist or a religious figure. Go on.
Some sort of religious figure, yeah.
I think I assigned cult leader to Peter.
I mean, any religion is just a publicly accepted cult.
And there is a there is a note, a blank piece of paper that has very nice, made on very nice, well, it is very nice parchment, but it has a border around the outside of it, and it seems to be sort of standing out like a dog's balls in this package. This is just a blank piece of paper.
I'll pick it up and I'll wonder if it's the whole lemon trick, the invisible ink.
How are you going to try and
I start saying to Peter,
hold it up to a fire?
Invisible ink?
I was going to say, if she holds it up to a fire, I'm going to have to stop her. This is my job.
I would never hold anything to the fire because I would be on fire.
Right.
So we are
already
flammable
crispy.
as hell.
You know the invisible ink thing?
While
That's
you're
what
figuring,
I think they've done here.
in the package, you also find four amulets.
And I drunk it before.
I'm sorry, guys. I've brought this package and it has items for you all, but I seem to have an extra. Regardless, here. Seems to be one for each of you. And I guess I'll hold on to this last for the moment.
I don't know your name. Have you got a name?
I'm sorry. I'm Lawrence Brookburn. Keep forgetting my last name. I'm Lawrence Brookburn. I've come to town just earlier today under order.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Open up! In Spanish.
Going to get out my freaking crucifix.
Okay, so she pulls out a crucifix.
It's huge.
A huge crucifix with a spike on it.
Club.
Right.
Yeah.
It's a club. It's a spike. It's a multi-weapon. It's a Swiss
Okay, we gotta
Army.
put the stuff back in the bag. All right.
Open up now! We're coming in.
Do you go ahead and try to push what I can back into my briefcase?
The door bursts open. Frederick is freaking out. What the hell's going on here? Who are you people? A couple of soldiers come marching in. They're pointing guns at you.
I'd like to use celerity
To do what?
Smack him with my crucifix.
Okay, so you're gonna smack him with your crucifix. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Not only once,
I'm
but I'm gonna
uninvolved.
smack him. I'm gonna smack him
Several times.
4 times.
Four
Yeah.
Bang, 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 bang. With a crucifix. Okay, well, I think it's fair to say that he's down. Okay, so he steps in, you smack him with the crucifix, he collapses, the next guy steps in, and he's like, what the hell's going on around here? And he starts waving his gun around. It begins to turn towards you, I was going to say Mercy, I mean Zara. His gun comes around towards you.
Celerity.
You used your celerity. He says, don't move, in Spanish, so you don't know what he just said.
No, I don't know.
And Frederick's saying, freeze everybody, just stop, just cooperate with them, there's nothing you can do.
Celerity?
Lawrence, what are you doing?
Given
One
that
word answer.
he given that Frederick has basically translated for the others, I'm going to go ahead and do my best to continue shuffling the documents into the briefcase, and as stealthily as I can, stash it away.
Okay. Do you want to make a Dex and Stealth check, please?
Dex and Stealth.
Whereabouts do you live, by the way, Lawrence? I mean Isaac.
Where do I live? I am in Ohio.
Ohio. Okay.
Oh, that's sick, man.
Dexterity and what was it?
What did I say? Dexterity and Stealth.
Stealth. Okay. Oh, I'm on stealth. I was looking everywhere but what I was selecting.
Maybe I'll let Arthur take him.
Nothing.
Trying to scoop my documents, they all
Alright.
just kind of scatter on the floor.
And the cops, the guards are like, you know, turning and looking at you doing that now.
How many guards are there?
You believe there might be about 4. The first one has stepped in and been clocked. The second one has stepped in, points a gun towards Zara. What are you doing, Peter? You think there's another 2 outside on the street who are probably about to come in.
Okay, just, you know, get, he's right in front of me, eh?
Yes.
Okay, hit his gun, if he's bringing the gun around, hit the gun,
Okay.
so it goes around further,
All right.
and then chop him in the neck with the other hand.
Okay. I love the way you guys never resort to violence, though.
I didn't.
Well, you're playing
You're
a
so
human right
squishy.
now. You're playing a human. You
I'm
don't
new.
have a lot of options, to be fair.
I'll become a murder hobo soon.
Soon. I'll be
Totally,
looking forward to
totally.
that. Okay. Okay, so you grab the gun, basically. You're trying to push it off center. Is that the plan? Would you like to spend a bonus action to...
You're
So,
muted again.
so I can see his neck, also so I can see his neck better.
Okay, so you are
And-
trying to... What's your
Knife,
end goal?
knife hand him in the side
Okay.
of his neck.
You're trying to
Yeah,
incapacitate him?
yeah,
Okay.
before he can yell anymore.
All right, Peter, let's look at your stats. Strength is 4, brawl is 1. Strength and brawl. Here we go. Oh, why are there always 1s, Barry? Why do you always roll 1s? 0 successes.
You know what he's gonna say.
Zero.
That fucking machine.
Yep. Sadly, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dice revealed us no successes.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So you move in to strike him. He moves pretty quickly for a human. He seems to have spent some time training in capoeira or something. Hey, it's Paraguay, it's South America. Of course it's capoeira. So he dodges out of the way. One of the other soldiers steps in at that point. He sees what you're doing. He puts a gun at your back, Peter. Arthur and Zara and Lawrence, you see this.
The one person that dodged out of the way, did he move further in?
Yes.
Or did he move further out? Okay,
Further in.
Instead of going all murder hobo, I'm going to grab the guy, and I'm hoping to use a manipulation firearms as an intimidation to hold him in such a way that if he moves, I fire, but it's also showing to the guy that, hey, you know what? Let's have a conversation.
So you've got his gun at his head,
Yes.
basically. Okay,
Yes.
so manipulation and firearms. Well, what about... I mean, okay, first of all, Dex and Brawl to get into the position.
I was hoping to avoid.
You can spend a willpower point if you like.
Yeah, I'll probably do that. Just give me 1 second. There we go. And a willpower point to get that automatic success. 2 points. Or 2 successes.
Well, that is 2 more than I rolled. So, okay, success. You get the gun in there. What do you say?
Just hold tight. We can have a conversation about this. Just back off.
Okay.
Back off.
Lawrence, you know that the guy doesn't understand him. Frederick.
Can I
Yep.
step in with law and intimidation to attempt to get them to stand down?
Yeah.
In Spanish.
In
Interesting.
Spanish.
Very cool.
I think that's absolutely possible, yes. Would you like to spend a willpower point?
Sure.
That'll give you an automatic success.
And I would go... What am I using? Intelligence.
Could be wits or intelligence.
Law.
You'd be using probably intelligence or wits.
Definitely
and
intelligence.
what did we say it was?
Law.
Yeah.
Oh, and with my willpower, I guess that's 6 successes.
Oh my god, that's amazing.
Wow, okay. You make an
I'm a
extraordinary...
lawyer.
He's a lawyer. He convinces them to fucking stop fighting. Wow.
And
right.
give us their firearms.
It doesn't go quite that far, but he does tell everybody to stand down, and they do. They do stand down.
While I pick my papers back up.
But he also says to you, you got to tell them to stop moving, stop struggling. We need to check their papers.
You, 3. I still need to talk to you. Quit trying to knock people out. You, 4. Just running into a room, weapons drawn, no provocation, no indication of what you're looking for. I'm pretty sure this is against statute, blah, blah, blah.
Right. Right. Absolutely. And he looks guilty, and he says to you, we will step outside and wait for you. Then we will escort you back to the base.
So you're here for me?
Well, you've found yourself entangled with these strangers now, so I need to investigate you too.
So you're here for them, and I'm caught in the middle.
Yeah, you seem to be dealing with them. You might be well in the middle as well. We'll see. We'll find out.
Got
We'll
it.
see how well your legal
see you
representation goes when we're in the base, huh? They step outside.
We shall see.
And shut the door.
To which I turn to these 3 and go, what the fuck?
And Frederick says, what the fuck?
I start signing. We've been attacked since we got here. We were on a plane. We were thrown out with parachutes, but mine wasn't working. So I ended up having to swing off of afterwards one.
You're not
and then we had to survive through like many nights of being attacked for
Her hands are just going like this.
You're not here with the Deaf Association, are you? You didn't come with their donations. I've been waiting for them for months. No?
I need the donations. I'm the deaf person.
Oh, forgive me.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. We had no donations. We had nothing when we landed.
What on earth are you people doing here? Do you know how dangerous it is here? Do you even know what's going on?
No,
I was given no
indication.
Do you know what this fence is for? It's not marked on any map, any map in the world, as far as I'm aware.
Excuse me.
He turns around to you, Peter. What do you look like right now?
Mr. Not you. I'm talking to him, the lawyer boy.
Lawrence.
Okay, lawyer. Now, take this paper and do what you do if you're trying to get, the old lemon truck. Can you do that for us? I'll give you money for it. Just do it.
So you're talking to Lawrence, right?
I'm gonna start signing.
I'm talking to Lawrence.
I'm gonna start signing to the other guy.
I'm sorry.
I wondered about that.
You know about the old lemon thing when people used to write on paper and then they put lemon over it?
Well, yeah, of course.
Can you do that over there, please?
Sure.
What were you going to say, Zara?
I was going to say to the other guy, the guy that can understand me, that we need to get out of here, and I will show him the
international.
I know we have
hand
I know we have
sign
the maps that have the triangle on it.
Mm.
We need to get out of the area of the triangle.
He says you will find that very difficult. This is a cordoned off sub-state in Paraguay.
You said that you're leaving tomorrow. Take us with you.
Well, no one's going with me. I'm by myself.
Take us with you. I sign louder.
He says, I will be escorted by these lovely gentlemen outside when I leave tomorrow. Or at least some of them.
This is the rather difficult situation here.
I looked
We need to get out.
I looked at Peter and I signed that I have an idea, and that involves, and I secretly message killing these guys and pretending to be them.
he signs back. It's obvious to me that you and Pretty Boy Floyd, meaning Arthur, are being tested. They want to see if you can survive. Going with him is not surviving.
That is a lie. We are surviving. If we get out of here, we survive.
No, they might have something else for us to find or learn. We've got to read that letter first.
What letter?
The blank piece of paper. I figure it's got something on it for us to read.
Would that be an intelligence investigation?
Yeah.
I look grumpy.
Are you sorry, Charlie? Are you describing your character, or are you reflecting on the stream?
Oh, I'm describing the character. The stream is fine.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I look grumpy. All right. So, what did you get for your check?
I got 4 successes. I did not use any willpowers.
4 successes. Well, indeed, you reveal a message. And the message is written in Latin.
Oh, boy. Anyone?
I point to Pretty Boy. I point to the Big Lebowski.
Yeah.
Well, we're not looking for money in the toilet. I'm just saying.
That rug really put the room together.
All right, Arthur, he hands you the piece of paper. Is that right? Is that what I'm hearing?
Yes.
Okay. The piece of paper is an official writ from the Order of the Temple of Mars. You immediately recognize at the bottom of it, it says, destroy this copy once it has been, this information has been absorbed. It says that at the top of the page, it says target. It says ministry hideout. Secondary target, ministry repository.
Hey, Peter.
Underneath that, it says the points in the triangle are part of a astral defensive measure. Do not attempt to infiltrate astrally. This will fail.
Okay.
It says the target, the head. Hang on, what does it say? It says ministry. What am I saying? Come back to that. Yeah, that's all it says. That's what it says. That's enough. I reserve the right to alter the message in the future at any time.
Total recall. Well, hey, I got eidetic memory, so whatever it says,
Right.
I
Whatever it
remember
says,
it.
you know it. You know it. For sure, yeah.
So I bring over Peter, Za, and I repeat everything in a hush whisper. Furtive glances behind me as I'm reading it off. I have no idea what the fuck this means. And Peter, hit the button.
Okay.
Using my hands, I say to you, I got the good news and I've got the bad news.
I start signing. Oh, by the way, I drank the blood that was in the necklace. It was the most amazing blood I've ever tasted in my life, and it helped me help heal me.
I'm gonna check if I've got one now.
I looked at
do.
Lawrence.
You do.
Zara, every time, this is OOC. Zara, every time she speaks, has always been signing. Is she mute?
She's mute, but she's not deaf.
Okay.
Like she'll be hearing what people say, so you'll notice that. Surely.
I just wanted to make sure, because I'm assuming Lawrence does not know any kind of sign language.
Also, not all my characters are mute, just this one. So eventually you'll find someone that you can talk to.
Right.
So it sounds like...
I have to ask you, Charlie, what part of make a character that is suitable for the Order of Mars means create a mute character? Just curious.
You don't
the part
need
where
your
their
voice.
tongue was cut out.
Just curious.
For a ritual.
Right.
You don't need a voice.
Don't you?
No.
Okay.
As long as you have other things.
Especially conducive for role-playing on a stream. Okay.
That is a temporary character, okay? I'm going to go back to Mercy as soon as possible.
Yeah, fair enough.
Not to mention, although she says she signs, she still says everything. So for the effect of a stream, it technically fits. You're skirting the line there.
What is it?
And
she has semantic verbosity.
Right.
Since when were you against disability, huh?
Me?
Yeah.
No, I'm all for I'm all for disabilities. Everybody should have one.
Everybody
My character has one.
Well, I mean, or at least one. You know.
Whoa, hey.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh crap! I put dishonest under merits. No.
Now, I don't quite understand it, but something to do with ministries and we can't astral travel through the triangle because it's resistant to it. So, and all I'm saying, all this in sign.
Right. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't help me as I'm trying to get some information out of you. It's like, Peter, you seem to know something about it, but I have no idea what a ministry is.
What I'm going to suggest we do, seeing as it's far past, is we wrap up here, and I will hit you up with a more detailed package of information at the beginning of next session. And Lawrence, should I say, Isaac, we shall have a chat in the interim break between now and then. Okay.
I do look forward to it, and thank you guys for allowing me to join here today.
Oh man, I can't wait till you meet Mercy. You're gonna love her.
It has been.
Everyone loves her.
It has been a
Lawrence,
delight.
by the way. Oh, go on.
It has been a delight to have you, Isaac. Thank you very much.
Thank you much.
Now we are gonna.
Isaac or Lawrence is almost 100% lost on what the hell has been happening since he arrived. Just so you guys know, he may have been a lawyer, but I'm not sure how much of the world of darkness he's encountered. So people immediately busting in with weapons drawn, out of his element. He commanded the crowd for the moment, but that's more out of frustration for his papers being disheveled.
Now, does anybody have a channel we want to raid?
Raid Isaac's channel. So he has to.
Is your channel still
stream
running?
For more.
Isaac,
I am still live, and if you guys did raid me, I feel like to stay live for at least another hour for it to be worth it.
What's your? Oh my God, that's gonna suck for you, isn't it? Do you want us to raid you?
I've been live for 10 hours and 15
So
minutes,
long.
and
Would you like us to raid you, Lawrence?
I've been there for a good
Isaac.
portion of that, like 7 hours.
let's pass for tonight because I'm supposed to also be on a podcast tomorrow.
You
Right.
should go the hell to sleep.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
And I know if I were to stream again now, or at least continue my stream, Charlie's gonna make me get back on Beat Saber.
Right.
Yeah.
We're gonna start a
Let's
raid
go.
on Dice Legends. This is a New Zealand D&D group, I believe.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So we're starting.
Yeah.
the
Goodbye,
raid
sweet
in
Arthur. Goodbye.
10 seconds. Good night.
Goodbye, sweet
Bye.
Peter.
Good night,
Goodbye,
all.
sweet Lawrence.
Have a wonderful evening and week. I will see some of you
See ya.
tomorrow for Dag Dagiel, Barry, and Charlie.
You guys have
Dag
a wonderful
Dagiel.
And yeah, welcome, Isaac. Really glad to have you. Really.
When are we dig day you?
Thank you
Tomorrow.
much. It's
Yeah.
been wonderful being here so far.
All right. See you guys.
Y'all better be here tomorrow.
Yep. Bye.
See you. Bye bye.
Poof.
Adios.
And the
Hasta
raid
luego
is
de nada. Buenas
done.
noches. Ciao.
Jesus.
I expect everybody
Awesome.
to speak Spanish by next week also.
See.
I'm working.